Alrighty. Okie dokie. Folklies. Oh my fucking god. What's up, ladies and germs? What is up, folks? Let's see. Who's...
Are we on?
Come on in. We are on. We are live.
Is the music too loud?
Might be a little loud, yeah. It's not really backgroundy. Oh, Jesus. Finally, Jordan says. Jordan, winner of Saturday night's turtle races.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. I'm plugging this in.
Yeah, he was in town from Texas for the first time in like a fucking decade. And came into the club and then won the night. Got put in the finals in November. What's up, Darcy? What's up, Michael? What's up, Jordan?
Was he going slow and steady?
Nah, dude, he was going quick.
Hot and heavy. Yeah. That's how you got to treat the turtles sometimes. They don't respond. They are prehistoric beasts.
Yes.
And prehistoric in their sexual understanding.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
also prebiotic.
Sometimes you have to just really spell it out for them.
Yeah, they don't understand a come on
music.
Unless you're actually coming on them.
Right, yeah. That's the version of it. Yeah. Sorry, I was about to say the same thing again. I don't know what happened to our fucking music. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, everybody, come on in.
Come on in, shut your mouth, sit down, get ready. That's what we're doing these days.
Mount up.
Shutting up.
Yeah. Nobody's been mounting up for
nobody
a while.
mounts up anymore, so now just shut up.
Kind of, you know what? Mounting up is officially defunct.
Yeah.
Now you just come in, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think that was Critchlow's thing anyways. Critchlow, sorry, but no one's mounting up anymore, you know?
Those days are over,
Those
pal.
days are over, man. Your device didn't work, and we're moving on.
And supposedly we're going to have a mayoral election still. You're still in that.
Yeah.
We're the biggest liars. Just get people to do stuff and then just never follow through.
Yeah.
We've taken some heavy criticism on YouTube for that, too.
Well, have we?
Yeah. Well, from the show that we're in a...
Oh, yeah. Later on, we're going to take a look at some...
What?
Some coverage or some... What would you call that they had done? I don't know.
It was like...
Some pining over?
It was, dude, it got a little creepy at times because they got really obsessed with us. And I don't know.
What's up, Andrea? See, okay, so...
It's weird to wake up. I'll say this all again later, but it is weird to wake up and see that somebody has prepared an hour-long, like, expose on you.
Yeah, which we had done to them.
And everything was
Sort
wrong
of.
about, but yeah. But no, I thought this must have been how they felt. It is weird. I'll give them that. It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's
well,
whatever.
Life ain't fair.
I think I said before. I never expected them. I honestly thought they would just be like, "Oh shit, that sucks," and they would try to move on. But
yeah,
at least they gave us a little bit of shit.
All
they're
right.
gonna claim they're responsible for all our views and stuff. Whatever. We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can tell you this because I don't want to have a whole big road rage thing on the show like we always do. I think we've done that like 4 times. But yesterday, I'm out in the country, and you're on those like 2-lane things. I'm like, I don't know if it's 45 or fucking
2-lane university, because that's gonna be
no, not later. That. It was 2-lane highway. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Blending around. No, it was one of those things where you don't know if it's like 45 degrees or 45 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah.
45 degrees.
Yeah.
45 miles per hour, the speed limit, or like 70. So I don't know. So I see this guy behind me, kind of looks like a cop, like an undercover cop car.
Ew.
And he starts getting up my ass. So I'm like doing the old creep up. I'm like, okay, now I'm at 60. Will you leave me alone?
Yeah.
No, and finally at like 65, dude, he passes me in like this crazy aggressive way, like fucking bumper, like 2 feet off of mine. At like 70. Boom. So, of course, my initial reaction is like, start accelerating. Like, fuck you, motherfucker, blah, blah. And then I look at does LE on the license plate, when there's like a little LE, is that something about law enforcement? Because he just had a cop vibe. And then he was like waving his arm out the window and doing something. I can tell if he was going like,
come on,
follow me or something. And I'm like, and I see these guys, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a cop. And so I just was like, I think I'll just rather have a nice day and just let this go.
Maybe we'll talk about cops later on in this episode. Hello, Katie. Hello,
yeah, dude.
soupy spreadies, she
Whatever
says.
fucking problem is driving like fucking assholes all the time. Whatever. We've done this.
Yeah, and we'll do it again.
And
because we have no original content.
No, I know.
Or thoughts.
Well, wait till we get to the expose on us. They basically have 3 jokes that they repeat for an hour. But
all right, let's get into
there
the
we
show,
go,
folks.
West of downtown Chicago. Cell phone video obtained by Eyewitness News showing one of the victims who was hit in the leg.
Now that was my fault, folks. I forgot to put up the disclaimer, and I'm the one that made it. And it was all my idea to begin with, the whole fucking disclaimer thing, and then I forget to put it. But you know, in my defense, I don't really have any kind of brain left. So.
No, we've used a lot of that up in the past decade and a half or so.
Week,
actually, just since me and you started hanging out again, like last year, I feel like a lot of it went in like 4 months. Like when we very first met again, we were reasonably functional, you know, adults, and then in like 4 months in, we had like Alzheimer's and broken bones and whatever.
Like, hey,
you know?
when did you come back around? And then neither of us remembered when.
Hey, this is
how
fun.
we started. Yeah.
Do you live here? I don't.
Connie says, all right, let's eat an edible and start a drink.
All right, good job, guys.
Good job.
That's better than mounting up.
Just fucking.
Let's just kind of ease into it.
Yeah. All right. Jordan says, y'all see there's a preteen drag show being hosted at the Downers Grove Library. Most excellent material. I did not see that.
I'm going to look that up. We can go with like, oh, there we go.
Yeah, and there's that.
We can go with our original plan for now. I'm going to look that up in the the meantime if you want to get us started. Because
sure, yeah. So we have a lot of things to say about a lot of things, folks.
What we've got is a generation that can't take accountability for their own decisions for anything. And that's us. So the one after us has got to be way worse.
Like, I don't even know what to. So I'm sure we've all heard people bickering.
Sure.
Hither and thither about the student debt relief proposition. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's gone through now. It was part of.
I've seen it. It's
bill
one.
That was.
It's another attempt by the Biden administration to kind of pander to who they view
votes.
as their who they view as their constituency. I believe you'd call them. Yes.
Yes.
But they keep doing these things and like. Whatever. They've done a bunch of them racially that we've talked about.
For sure.
Now you're trying to assuage the...
And the other side does the same thing, like with, liberties. And, they just use catchphrases and buzzwords and,
Oh, yeah.
freedom and liberty. And
it's an entire country of, 6-year-olds behaving poorly, basically.
Yeah, you could just...
let's not...
look at Critchlow comes in and says, mount it up. Now... Unfortunately,
you missed it. That's over.
That's over. And
how embarrassing! He just comes in late and mounts up. Everybody laugh at him.
Oh my god!
We just explained that mounting.
I'm sorry, everyone, that even happened.
No, but so I think this is the Biden administration sort of going. Okay, we want to keep like that whole democratic socialist, whatever people think they are.
That kind of vibe.
That movement. Yeah. We want to keep them engaged.
Well, also, they made promises, campaign promises.
Sure.
And that's never made any politician do anything, to be honest. But I think what it is his approval rating is so fucking low. And he really has been called out a lot, even on the left, for not doing anything that he said that he was going to do and all this shit. So,
of course, like they all always are.
Yeah, I mean, why think that's going to be any different?
But the hilarious thing to me is like this isn't something you even have to dig that far into because I knew immediately. I'm like, so hold on, people. This is how dumb a lot of people in this country are. You go, it's debt relief. And people like me and you go, what do you mean relief? Where does the money? Because the people who loan the money aren't just rolling over and going, oh, okay, you know what? They're just kids.
No, they're not.
So it's like, what happens? We know what happens. They take tax money from other people and give it to like billionaires that are in control of all this fucking defunct debt and all that shit.
Yes.
And then or current debt or whatever, however it is. And everybody goes, yay, we won. You know, but it's like you're still taking. You don't only taxes don't work like, hey, we'll just take the billionaires' money and give it to the other billionaires. No, they're taking everyone.
Yes.
It all goes together.
They're taking all
like,
the people's money that didn't go to college.
and then the old argument starts.
Yes.
Well, but that's just a drop in the barrel compared to blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't like any of it.
Yeah.
So
I know that. So okay, yeah. Before we actually get into the nuts and bolts of the whole thing, I have. So I posted something on social media the other day that it was like, sort of critiquing this whole decision. And one of my sort of lefty friends, one of my pals on the left, was like, yeah, but 500 billion to bail out banks or something like that. No one bats an eye. No.
No,
everyone bats an eye.
The whole country was one giant blinking eye.
Yeah,
you don't remember
nobody
that?
wanted that.
Yeah,
this is not like So that
no,
that
it is.
needs to
People always
stop.
It's always whataboutism. It's like,
it's
you
just
know,
like, well, your side did this.
if you do
First
that,
of all, I don't have a fucking side.
Right.
That's the first thing to remember. I'm not on a side.
except for homicide.
Yeah,
Never
homicide,
doing no
my
job.
favorite.
Sorry.
Yeah. So a few statistics I thought we should go over. So first of all, let's just say what the plan is. So this debt relief is going to...
They're going to steal money
Yes.
from other people to give it to people who are already insanely wealthy to appease kids who don't have any idea how the economy works
Yes.
or anything about money. So not that I fucking do.
Yeah,
either,
so
but-
that's $10,000 per debt, let's say. So you have, I think, around 50 million people that are in student debt. And each of them get $10,000 forgiven. But forgiven's an odd word. What they're really doing is paying $10,000 of that off
Right.
with taxpayers' money to the tune of, I want to say, $50 billion. Now, that $50 billion comes out of that raises taxes, or it has to come out of some other program or whatever.
Regardless, it doesn't just get made up out of nothing.
The government doesn't
debt
have
doesn't
money.
just get erased.
No,
money
it doesn't.
changes hands, and it originates somewhere around our neighborhood. Probably, it's not like I was saying before. The average person is paying this debt now.
Yes.
It's whatever. So.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Mike says school should be no charge like it was before Ronnie Reagan.
What? Why do you
Jordan
think
says
that?
20 if it's a Pell Grant. So apparently it's 20,000 you get if it's a Pell Grant. Which okay, the money has already been stolen from us. It makes no difference to me where it goes. I won't be happy with the use of my money for anything. Okay,
Hold on. You
That
can't
was your
just
sister.
say
That
you
was
can't just
Katie.
say school should be no charge. Have you ever been to a college? There's like fucking 50 giant buildings.
Yeah.
Thousands of employees.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into this. Hold on.
What do you mean it should be? There's no such thing as free. If it should be no charge and you want it to be socialized, like we were saying earlier,
Yeah.
Countries where that type of shit is like socialized are paying 60% in fucking taxes.
Yeah, of their income and taxes. Denmark,
and it's a much different. It's a
specifically.
much different culture. I don't know if
And it's also very
I don't know
much
how many people
smaller.
would actually like living that way as much as they
No,
think.
you don't have the ceiling that you can achieve. Now, most people that don't like this type of society are ones that don't think that they'll ever achieve that high of a status. Anyways, you know what I mean. So it's
Sure.
like, well, fuck this. Who cares? But anyways, okay. So let's get into. So one thing that I think is interesting is the way that over the last. Okay, so since 1985. College costs have gone up 500%. Okay.
Okay.
So that is 4 times per year, 4 times the rate of inflation.
Is that like okay?
That's insane.
So it's relative to like standard or cost of living.
Yes,
Like,
it's
okay.
yes, it's well, no, it's just it's just that
Or is it
the
just-
amount. Like nothing else has gone up 500%.
Okay.
That's a
In that amount of
fucking
time.
So
Weed maybe.
possibly, maybe. I don't think so. No.
You know where you can get some great weed? College.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's gone up an amazing amount, and during that time, so when the government got into the business of guaranteeing loans for students that couldn't afford college,
Yeah.
now you have government-backed money by the taxpayers, obviously. Which now. Whether or not somebody that is poor should be able to have access to higher education, that I don't think anyone has a problem with. Okay, so
I don't know. The world needs ditch diggers too.
it does though. But so that's the thing. Okay, so income relative to degrees. So if you have a bachelor's degree, if you get a bachelor's degree now in today's in our current society, your income level on average is going to be 65% more than if you don't. If you have a master's, it's going to be 100% more, right? Mm-hmm. Now, unemployment is about half that if you have a college degree than if you do not, than if you have just only a high school diploma, right? So the question is it fair to charge those who didn't go to college, make less money, obviously, and are far less likely to even have employment, to charge them to pay for the debt
I gotta say,
of the people that are now making?
I'm no economist, but statistically, it seems unsustainable.
Yeah, so this doesn't make a lot of sense to most people. Now, what isn't addressed in any of this is the predatory practices of the fucking colleges and the banks and the government themselves.
Here's what I've always said: like, don't people are people not interested in reforming the idea that universities should be the gatekeepers to this better life, and this.
Okay, so
that's what I mean. Should we not be more addressing that rather than how do we pay the same old corrupt and evil gatekeepers?
Yes.
Let's stop talking about how we can change the way that they still get all the money.
Yeah. So this is another thing is during this whole time. So since universities saw that students were going to have guaranteed money per the U.S. government, you see the same sort of trajectory going with college tuition costs.
Okay.
Like this is where this comes from, is if you have guaranteed student money, well now, and you're having students that don't have any fucking clue at 18 how loans work. They don't know shit.
When you're 18, you think you're going to be dead in 6 years and you don't care.
Or you think you're going to be like a fucking rapper or something.
You're going to be an astronaut. I didn't think that till I was like 20.
Yeah, okay. But yes, you're right. A public school is a public school because the public has already paid for it. Universities are not public. Public universities are not paid for the same as a public school, and maybe they should be. That's fine. That's an argument that you can have. But in that same time frame, the necessity of a degree has gone up to a ridiculous amount where you need a master's to be a fucking librarian to file papers.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Where this was never a thing in the past. So it's become there's, like you were saying, there's these gatekeepers now where it's like the notion is if you don't go to college, you're pretty much going to be relegated to some sort of, even if it's a good, a well-paying or a good-paying job, it's just the esteem isn't there. You know what I mean? It's just this notion that if you don't go to college, you're going to be a loser. You know what I mean? No matter whether or not you actually look at stats and see like every entrepreneur that's making, $5 million and above didn't get a fucking college education. All of this shit.
It's such a weird thing too, because I moved out when I was 18 and just went directly into the workforce and started supporting myself.
Yes.
And then, so if I ever happen to visit some of my friends at college, to me, within 6 months of living on my own, they were like children to me.
Oh yeah, and they didn't have to do anything.
They were like they just had a high school extended sleepover basically or some shit.
Yes.
And it's weird how like by the time they graduated college, and then for some of them, because they're in debt or they're in this problem or whatever, are still with their parents until they're 25, 27 and whatever. And it's weird that me, like having gone directly into the workforce at 18 and had all these skills and grew up young, still was at such a disadvantage. And then like a lot of those people that I'm thinking of are making, 150, 200 grand a year now. Blah blah blah, but it just struck me as kind of odd that if you take like a more direct approach, you're much less likely to become successful. It
doesn't make any. But you're not though, really.
If you have a trade, but I'm just saying. Well,
I mean, even if you went into a job and worked your way up, and you know what I mean, even
you could do that.
Yeah, it's just that a lot of people don't.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people don't. So if you're looking at like not doing shit and not doing shit out of college, you'll probably get a better position going in. With a master's, you'll go into some corporate, desk job and make a decent amount of money, and you can just stay there and make a decent amount of money.
I guess I was just saying, I feel like it's weird how long they like stayed kids. you know, and then
Yeah,
and then still had a leg up somehow. It just seems odd. I don't know.
Yeah, we all visited. Like, I didn't go to college, and we all visited colleges. I lived right off campus in Madison for a long time. Most kids that are there, they don't give a fuck about it. They're partying their ass off. That's what they're doing.
So, talking like you already been an adult for a year or two. I go to visit some friends at college, and they have this giant like game board, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna get drunk." I'm like, "Well, what the fuck does this thing have to do with it?" No, this is the drinking game.
Yeah, we got to make it.
Like, I'm not fucking doing that, dude.
Yeah. I definitely did all that shit.
I'm like, I have a bottle of whiskey. I'm going to drink it. No, you can't have any. I'll be over here.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
mostly what I did is just like,
it just was weird, and they'd be sneaking around. We're like 20 years old, and like. What I had seen like Animal House or whatever and all this shit, and they're fucking all sneaking around. There's cops everywhere. They're like, we can smoke weed in the tunnel. I'm like, in the fucking tunnel? What are you doing?
Yeah, grow a set, bitch.
Yeah, Jesus, dude. I just it never seemed appealing to me. I don't know. And then sure enough, that was my stupidity at 18, not understanding the value of an education, I suppose.
But that's true. But there's very few positions that really require specific, education.
Well,
engineer, mathematician, doctor, these types of things. If you're going to, punch a clock at a corporate fucking desk job,
you'll get fired for that. You got to control your anger.
Yeah.
I've heard about.
So
those
let's
places.
go to some things that you were just mentioning. So, let me hear.
While you're pulling that up, I was just to add on to that. What we're struggling to convey here is that to me it does seem like a really archaic way of learning for a lot of ways. Now you could argue like you've got online colleges that actually kind of makes sense, and they're probably a small tiny fraction of the cost.
That's
whatever you want to
great.
get some kind of certified education, great. That actually makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But to get this like general experience in education and be sent off like it's 1882 so you can go fucking experience the world because you grew up in a farm town somewhere and you need to like you know what I mean?
Socialize.
The tradition is based on that more, I think.
Sure.
Is like people making networking
connections,
that
and like is what it is, and like Ivy
there's
League
that too, I guess,
shit,
but
for sure.
But what I mean is just for the purposes of education,
U of I or something like that. You're not getting culture.
Why are we still structured that way? I guess.
And also, why do you need like a fucking, you know what I mean, like a English lit credit to be to be a dog groomer when you get out? It's just a lot of people that I know that own they didn't need 90% of the fucking 90% of the courses and the credits that they were forced to take. They don't need those. You don't need to know what function chloroform has in the production of energy in a cell in a plant in order to go into finance. It just doesn't fucking matter.
By the time I got kicked out of high school, mostly what I had to do was like drive 45 minutes away to a bad kid school to go to 3 gym classes every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, this is awesome. Actually,
I went from being in like an honors English class to just going to gym class with a bunch of like behavioral disorder kids.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's
for me.
But what you got? I know you got a lot more on this. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I just always feel like it's weird how tightly people want to hold on to this institution. Like, let it go. There's other ways to educate, and there's other. Here's
some things that to sort of surmise, condense what I'm trying to say is, as the guaranteed money came in, universities were able to justify bloated budgets and spend way more freely because they knew that way more kids were going to be coming to their school, and with government-backed loans that were basically just being given out. This seems like the subprime housing market, exactly, when they were just giving loans out to people that would never be able to afford these.
Yeah.
And just knowing like eventually they're going to defunct. But
it is the exact same thing.
It is. It really is the same thing, except on this one, you can't file bankruptcy. There's no forgiveness. It just so
there's a lot of things now that I'm thinking about this whole like rope-a-dope thing of like that's like what you have with the opioid industry even is like you had the government start requiring that people have access to this in different situations, and then look what you get. Okay.
Yeah,
this is a lot of things.
It's a lot of things that makes a lot of money for a few people at the fucking very top.
Definitely. Okay.
So I thought it was interesting that. To look at some of the amenities that some of the universities are offering to entice students to their facility, their higher learning institution here. And so one of them is Dylan's Takeover Leisure Pool at Texas Tech University. So here's a little ad, a little profile.
So what? I'm sorry. What is this? Because I was looking at Michael Ewald said a public school is a public school because the public already paid for it through taxes, which I just thought was a point worth mentioning.
Yes. Which is true.
We read the comments we agree with mostly.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So this is an amenity at Texas Tech.
Oh, okay. I see.
That seems a little odd to me.
What the? Dylan, what are you doing? We have.
That guy was not.
I didn't know. Okay, so
That guy was not wearing his mask properly.
here we go. They got one of the biggest water parks in the U.S.
Okay.
Coordinator. What are all the features here at the leisure pool?
So we have our awesome wet deck on the other side.
Take your mask off. He doesn't have one on. Take it off.
Yeah,
You look
you're
foolish.
outside and you're talking on camera.
Yeah.
Just over there. It's a great place for kiddos to run around. Then we have our lazy river.
Well, kiddos. Now listen. Don't refer to students as kiddos because they're they're adults now, right? If they're not
If you're
adults,
gonna call them kiddos, don't send them to war.
But also, don't tell me to pay for their fucking higher education if they're being treated as kiddos. Because this is another problem: is that these institutions have become not places of learning, but places of coddling and safe spaces and fucking, you know what I mean?
Also, another thing too, like it's just another aspect of like we're being asked as a society to fund this and have zero oversight.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
No fucking say in anything that happens.
So, so yes, okay, so yeah, this is Texas A&M, one of the,
and I know there's oversight for universities. I get
ad
that. What I'm saying,
nauseum. It's everything is oversight.
from the general
it's just all
public,
bureaucracy.
from the general public's perspective.
But that's another thing is the positions, the way that is multiplied, and administrative positions have. Okay, we don't have to watch it, but
sorry.
So this is one of these. Here's another
thing.
one.
They have a pool.
No, they have a water park.
A water park. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
one of the bigger ones in the U.S. Here's the Tiger Grotto at Mizzou. This is a Playboy-inspired fucking grotto so that the kids can relax when they're not studying 5 hours a week.
Yeah, no shit. I'm sure only
drinking their fucking faces off.
wholesome activities happening.
Yeah, and
here.
also, what do these cost? $5 million? I mean, what does that cost to build this?
Right.
Here's another one. Oh, no,
I
here's
kind of
another
feel like
one.
this too. Yeah, if it's gonna be publicly funded in any way, it should be like the most barren of like courthouse
You're going to
environments.
school in a jail.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everything's fucking cinder block and
Hey,
metal.
You want
Get your education. If you want to go here, if you really want an education and you want free access to it, you don't get a hot tub.
Yeah, fuck
That's
you.
what you don't get. You get
want-
fucking in, you get out.
You want my money? I want you. I want you locked the fuck up. 3 squares in a cot.
All right.
An hour of sunshine. That's it.
This is Mount Ripley at Michigan Tech. They have their own ski resort at Michigan Tech, apparently. Oh, good for you.
Why do they all have this? Is this like ironic to them now to do like cheesy like MIDI stuff?
Yeah,
Or
I don't know. It's idiotic. But but so this is
having lived through the era of MIDI, it's like you're just like,
it's
no,
like, okay,
you're doing it
that's not-
wrong.
yeah,
that sounds
it's
bad.
not correct.
Yeah.
What
happened? Oh.
This is totally.
Something else is playing.
Yeah, what is playing?
That's on yours. I don't know. Some fucking shit, dude. It's impossible to have all these things. Ads pop up. All kinds of shit happens.
All right. Well, here, let's take a look at this, though. Okay. So this is the 10 craziest amenities at colleges. So we have, let me see here. Starting off on-campus ski resort at Michigan Tech. We have a personal dairy bar at South Dakota State. You know what? Do better. Nobody gives a shit about your milk
That's
bar.
one of the best amenities. Okay, now I'm starting to see it there.
All right, hold on. All right, we got the Lazy River and Beach Club at Mizzou.
Okay.
We have a private steakhouse at High Point, North Carolina. We have an outdoor adventure.
That's just outside.
Prefer hiking. Yeah. No, but it's a whole. It's
that picture
whole outdoor center for students, faculty, staff, alumni. In addition to a bike repair shop, there's also a rental center.
We have an outdoor adventure facility.
Go outside.
It's just a mountain. Look at that. It's pointy. Run right up it.
Kenyon College. As much free food as you can eat or carry home. Okay, good. This
At a
is
Kenyon
free
college, huh?
laptops at South
Surprising.
Orange, Seton Hall in New Jersey. Free laptops for everyone. Well, I could see that kind of. Ski beach day. That sounds awful.
God, college
Luxury
looks
condo
fucking
dorms
lame,
of
dude.
Boston University. We have lobster dinner every day at Virginia Tech. So these are to me,
They get lobster every day.
if they fucking want it, apparently. And this is what I'm talking about.
Suppose
So
you get sick of it.
when I see this type of shit, I immediately think, okay, what are these? What are our taxpayers? If we're going to be relieving people of their loans, what are we paying for? And I don't need students to be going to school on our people that don't go to fucking school and just go into the workforce. And we don't need to. Oh no, it's all right. I'm gonna try and find.
See if you
what
can find that
is.
because
because we're gonna have to do that. But yeah, I don't think that is something that the taxpayers need to be paying for. That's not college. That's fucking. That's resorts.
Now, if it was like the early days where it was just, a quaint courtyard and students, they've got their books like this. They're crossing their arms and walking
Yeah,
with their books.
sure,
and
maybe.
they're just dedicated to their studies.
Even then,
Even by
fuck 'em.
even by candlelight, whatever it takes. They're
Oh, this kept going. That's all that was.
the headmaster is dishing out corporal punishment left and right.
Yeah.
That would be okay.
That's fine.
you know
Honestly,
what?
that is cool.
Now that I'm laying it all out, it started as a joke, but I'm agreeing now.
Yeah,
This
that would be fine. That
if
would, to
I'm
me-
paying for it, I want you getting fucking whipped, all kinds of shit.
Well, here's another little statistic you might be interested in, Vinny.
Okay.
In 1960, colleges awarded A's to about 15% of their students. Now, it's 45%. Now, why would you think that might be?
More Asians?
Might be. No. Or maybe because now they're customers, and you have to keep the customer happy, and you have to make it more saleable.
Ah, the reverse crackhead principle.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I don't think that it's people have gotten smarter since 1960, since we see countless videos of random people being asked the simplest questions on the planet right now.
Oh my
and having
God.
no fucking idea.
You would have to believe some of those are fake, but it's like,
But,
man,
yeah.
I don't know. A lot of them seem very real, where they're asking
Oh, yeah.
people like, why do so many people think there's 52 states? I don't know. That's
I-
just an answer that comes back all the time.
all the time.
Like,
Nobody
why-
knows
why-
who the
how did
president
you-
is. Nobody knows who the fucking
There's-
vice president is. Nobody
Right.
knows the three branches of government. Nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
And yet we're supposed to be like, yes, we need education
This
for
is-
everyone.
this is
Yeah, we
very
need
important, and
education.
yeah.
We don't need free fucking partying.
This
That's
is-
the thing.
This is very important and not just a meaningless stamp on your permanent record.
Like, okay, so
of course.
Germany, places that have these public institutions of learning, Britain, I believe, there's a few that I can't remember offhand, but these countries require you to be in like the top 8% or 12% of achievers. You don't just get to go to school. You have to fucking prove that you are going to do something at school. So if that's the system, and it's not some predatory thing where you give an 18-year-old kid a fucking loan that has higher interest than any fucking, you know what I'm saying, upside down ass home loan that you could get that can never be forgiven, so that by the time they're trying to pay off $85,000, they'll pay it off in 50 years and end up paying, $240,000.
I want to say that,
Fine.
I want to say friends,
Then we're good.
Friends of mine or people I knew that ended up, finally paying off their college loans. I want to say it ends up being like double or something.
At least some
Yeah.
people's are like
Or
they
more?
just can't. Yeah, there are people that are fucking 65
just can't
and
get
are
it done,
still
yeah.
paying down their because it's like
guess
it's
it
like
would all
taking
depend,
out
yeah.
like a credit card that you didn't know that you know what I'm saying, like that when you're 18 you don't know what APRs are and all this shit. You take one out at 25 fucking percent.
All you see
and you
is,
just run up $35,000 a year
Yeah.
or whatever the tuition is at the place you go, and you can't pay shit off for 4 years, so that just accrues. And then next thing you know, you're coming out of there. You can't find a fucking position because you went and got some, whatever liberal arts degree. Oh, here's
Yeah.
another statistic.
Bisexual snowshoeing.
No, in 2019, more undergrad degrees, I think twice as many, were given in visual and performing arts than computer information science, math, engineering. It's like, again, I think people should have access to higher education, but I don't think we should pay somebody's fucking idiot dream of being a playwright when they don't know how to write.
And yeah,
this is a different thing.
If you want to spend $150,000 to learn to be an artist, I think
you're probably on the wrong fucking track to begin with.
Fool and his money will soon be
Yeah.
parted, and
Yes,
and it will always be that way. And you should have the right to just give somebody your money for no reason if you want,
but not my money.
Right?
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
shouldn't have the right to give somebody my money to go and fucking learn how to, learn about gender studies or fucking, any liberal arts shit. Art or art appreciation or American
they can have
English lit. Who gives a
I don't even want them to have my money for anything useful.
Yes,
So,
that's a good point.
Especially not
if
that
you're
other
asking
stuff, yeah.
Radioville,
Right.
Now in Radioville, we don't guarantee anything.
Population truth.
Yeah, I like how you use the sword to control that.
To convey the truth, yeah.
And we need to make a decree about Radioville's policy of higher education. We don't want it.
Yes. Keep your university and your fancy book learning out of our fucking
Keep
board.
your highfalutin,
Yeah.
big word ass out of our town.
Right.
Really, 'Cause we don't have room for you. First of all,
The only education I want is the of Lauryn Hill. That's the only that's the only one allowed in Radioville.
Yeah.
Once again, population truth.
All right. Yeah, underwater basket weaving. That's a nice major. But yeah, so I think most reasonable people would say, hey, that would be good if higher education was affordable and accessible to people that are at the lower tiers of the
That's why
socioeconomic ladder.
That's why the conversation should be let's
not prey on them and make.
But also let's start working. If we need to do something as a collective, which I don't even really care if we do,
That's
but
a
if you
good
guys
point.
want to, I would suggest that the conversation becomes, like reforming that gatekeeper status of
Yes.
universities and starting to maybe accept some more affordable ways of accreditation or whatever the fuck you need.
Yes. Yeah. If you're going to be an engineer, go for engineering. You don't need
How many of
art
us-
history class and a fucking English lit class. You just don't.
How many of us work in a field too, where it's like, dude, if you ask a
My
lawyer,
whole family came here to work in a field.
yeah, if you ask a lawyer, what's it like to graduate law school, they'll be like, well, you go work at some place where some guy's like, hey, everything you fucking learned is bullshit. Here's how it actually goes down.
Yeah.
A doctor will tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
A fucking,
Everything you learn, unlearn
yeah.
it. This is how it goes
in my
real
field.
life.
Like, when I was a cook or even kind of a chef at one point, they would send people that would just graduated Le Cordon Bleu or whatever.
Yeah.
And they always didn't know anything. They fucking were terrible, and that's anyone who just graduates a school and goes to do their profession. You're like, okay, dude, you need
this
to
is not how it goes.
start
Yeah,
over.
restaurant management is another one of those where like a GM will come in that only on paper should be a GM, and they don't know what the fuck is going on. And every time I've ever seen that, they end up getting fired pretty quickly because they don't
Sure.
know how to actually run a staff.
Yeah.
They don't know how to act. They know what, in theory, how this should go or that should go. But when the fucking,
because
rubber meets the road.
studied liberal restaurant management.
Yeah,
theory,
gender expediting.
Yeah, right. No, but yeah, that's just that, and the same thing with like music and doing sound and stuff. People graduate Columbia and they go to a gig and they've never actually done a gig before, and half of them quit in a week. It's fucking
no,
yeah.
it's yeah.
What did you have? Sorry.
Well, no, Mike says it's a resort. Thanks, Mom, Dad. And then he says lobster pools and ski lifts. But look how smart they are when they all get out. They can work at a resort for minimum wage and tips.
And that's the other thing,
Exactly.
too. We all know anecdotally kind of what a joke the education system has turned into. And, how many, if you've worked in restaurants, how many people with college degrees have you worked with?
A ton.
A ton.
Teachers that are trying
and not
to.
even useless ones, like
No.
good ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Whatever those are, the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to name them here.
Right, no, that's
everyone
just
knows. That's
boring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that we can't. It's that we just don't. We don't want to, assume that you're idiots.
We'd
So
rather
we'll just
stammer on with
With
excuse of why
excuses.
not for a while. That's interesting. Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of which, and we can come. Do you have more on this? Because I want to take a quick side note, if we could. At the beginning of the show, I forget who said it. And they can let us know. But in my hometown of Downers Grove, they just let us know, and I sent you this in Facebook.
Oh.
That apparently there's going to be some kind of drag-themed bingo event, and I can't believe I didn't know about this yet because this will be
what are you
this will be
doing?
controversy in this town. It's a pretty small town for our international audience, probably about 45,000 people. Founded in 1833, actually 1 year before Chicago. See, now it was actually a pretty important place back then.
Yeah.
They grew a lot of produce. Marshall Field even owned a lumber outfit operation out there at one time. Boy, there is a rich history in Downers Grove. All right, did you pull it up?
Yes.
So they can choose not to come. Downers Grove Library responds to criticism of drag-themed bingo event. And do you remember who sent this to us? Because
That was Jordan.
Jordan. Okay, thank you, Jordan.
Yes, thank you, Jordan.
So this is
big ups.
We're all finding out about this together. The Downers Grove Public Library's plan to hold a drag-themed bingo event for teens. What?
How dare you?
is being assailed by a suburban congressional candidate and a conservative group with ties to his campaign. I like how now the paradigm has shifted to the point of like, if you're like, I don't know if I support
Yeah,
the
they're like,
underage.
you fucking,
you conservative.
right wing. Yeah, it's like, well, no.
Okay, 6th District Republican hopeful Keith Picow called the upcoming appearance by a drag queen who uses the stage name Aurora Divine. Well, they always have to have a stupid name like that, too. Inappropriate and an unacceptable use of taxpayer
Now
funds.
that's where it comes in, right?
I was just saying,
Yeah.
here's the segue. Are we in support of the taxpayer funds going to apparently, I don't know what makes it a event for teens. I guess, is it, maybe they'll say, it's open to 7th through 12th graders. What? This
And
is
that doesn't
fucking weird,
sit
isn't it?
Well, it's very weird. I don't
Why?
understand why. Look,
Why are they doing this?
if somebody's parents want to take their fucking 7th grader to a drag show, go ahead.
It's not as though a kid that age hasn't seen a fucking everything
no,
crazy in the world
internet
by
exists.
now. Yeah, I mean,
they've seen way, way, way crazier shit.
yeah. So I mean,
And it's not like
It's
some
not-
fucking
it is-
puritanical parent's child is going to suddenly go, you know what I mean, become some fucking demonic.
I was gonna say though, it's not like like in 1982 in Omaha, like rolling in and doing this.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You're not gonna like fucking completely rattle these kids' brains.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
annihilate their worldview or
But I guess
something.
other people would make the argument. I would make the argument of just it's weird and why.
Yeah, why do you want to do
are
it so
you,
badly?
Why do you want
it?
This?
Doesn't make
Yeah,
any
what-
fucking sense to me. That's my thing. I'm like, I don't. Yeah, so.
It is weird, and to have it specifically for kids.
But it's because it's
ju-
become a talking point and a lever that
So
they can
now
push.
it's just
That it's like, yeah, where it's like, oh look, see, they don't like gay people. It's like that's not what this is.
It is almost like the South Park thing of like where they've just seen it online. Hey, this is a thing people argue about. Let's do one in our town and
Yes.
and argue like that.
Yes.
It'll be cool.
Yes,
You know?
that's what it seems like to me too.
Yeah, it's just kind of a whole just like a ritualistic just enacting of what they've seen. I joined parents across the district in denouncing this event. This is what Picow is saying. Just as I would denounce a library introducing kids to straight sex by holding a burlesque show. Now, here's where people get into. Is there something necessarily, does it have to be sexual for there to be a drag queen? I know people, and by the way, the phone lines are open about all this stuff if you guys want.
They are.
Of 061 pi
Yeah, let me put
is
that
the number to call. That's of the word. I'm sorry. Yeah, of the word of zero. Okay, yeah, of the word zero, the number 6, the word. That's SIX. 1, the number PIE.
Sure.
That's of 061 pi.
I'll put
Tom
that.
is manually
Yeah.
is manually accessing
Yeah.
the telephone.
I actually
graphic.
can't. Well, no, because it's on. We only have it on this scene because it doesn't
okay.
really work on this scene. Here's the number, folks.
Okay, there we go.
But yeah,
I'll keep reading this. Library spokeswoman Cindy Kotry said the staff understands Picow and other parents may consider the event a poor fit for their families. And I think libraries in a lot of towns like this now are full of like the baby boomer liberal ladies.
Sure, the hippie
you know what I
type,
mean? Very
where it's like free love.
condescending
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
where it's
but
like-
they have like a fucking.
Oh, no, yeah,
like
you're
a-
right.
Like a weird undertone of just needly fucking
yeah,
evil.
where it's like,
you know?
oh, yeah, no, I know what you mean. I mean,
Yeah.
I talk to people like this.
Right.
It's
okay.
very annoying.
Like the lady that told me at the park, "Hey, you have a right to think, or you have a right to say what you want." And I was like, "I didn't fucking ask your permission."
yeah, yeah.
So
right,
we'll see
let's,
who's in a second. That is
okay.
totally okay. She says that is they can choose not to come. Other tax-paying parents in the community do not want programming like this.
Yes.
Or do want, she says. Sorry, that's the lady from the library. She says they do want the programming. Like, yeah, but that's not how taxes work. Oh God. It's like, well,
Yeah, there should be a consensus.
yeah, okay.
All right.
Who's on the line?
Hello, you are on with Tom and Benny. What is going on?
Howdy.
Howdy.
This is at a library?
It's at the Downers Grove Library.
Oh, you gonna go?
This is my friend. Brian. Yeah, he's like, just so I know where not to be, what time, and what's the date.
Yeah. Now, do I have to be in drag or just can I?
Yeah.
All right.
Librarians are pretty weird. They're all over the place, and sometimes they stick up for weird shit. I remember back maybe 5 years ago, a lot of them were running Tor nodes. Like the Onion router,
Tor,
in their libraries to support, and
dark
then
web.
they'd be like, "Take this shit down," and they're like, "No, we don't. We'd like, freedom of the internet and stuff."
There's been a few times. There's been a few times where
they
they've been kind of on the forefront of something like that. Like I remember in the early days of the Patriot Act, there were librarians going to jail all over the place for refusing to hand over records to the government and stuff like that.
Which I appreciate that. That's more of a libertarian stance to me. And so is the Tor thing, and I guess so is this. But it does.
That's kind of weird though, because some of it's like information, and libraries do information stuff, and then this is entertainment. Like they're putting on a play, like they're a theater.
Yes,
right.
And they do. I mean, I get it. Libraries have like community.
Why can't they just show Death of a Salesman?
Things like bingo. I remember like yes. Yeah, but I know that they do like old folks, Tai Chi classes will be somebody will hold that in the fucking library, or some sort of aerobics, Zumba or whatever the fuck that is. And I remember like that shit was in a small town that I lived in. It was one of the only places in town that had that type of shit.
Yep.
But a drag themed bingo for 7th graders, that strikes me as a little more intentionally inflammatory. That's what that seems like.
Yeah. The community space of a library is kind of for like everybody. Usually it's for like real young kids and really old people, and obviously the homeless to masturbate.
Yes, exactly. And that's what it should be.
Start bringing the kids have the high school to do all that shit.
Yeah, to masturbate, to fucking go in drag. They already are. Most kids are in drag now. It doesn't matter. Yeah. There's no rules to dress, so it's So I guess it's really not going to make any difference.
I know that's the thing. Aren't they already indoctrinated for this stuff, anyways?
If that's what you want to call it, you bigot.
But no, yeah, to me, it just really does come down to it's just an odd use of tax money, and there are a plethora of those. So
whoever's coordinating this, just do it in a private fashion, and just do it.
I didn't like when they built like a pond at the courthouse. I was fucking incensed. I was like, because you know what that costs, a giant pond with a fountain in the middle.
Fuck yeah, I have 6 ponds, and I paid for each one of them.
Yeah, and one's still on layaway. But it counts.
But I'll get it.
But no, I don't like. I just don't like any unnecessary use of our stolen money.
Yeah. What were you saying? I'm sorry, caller.
About the student loans. As somebody who has 2 redundant associate's degree in applied sciences.
Yes.
There's a lot of jobs that require you to go get some kind of degree. Like,
absolutely.
Like cops. Cops need a degree.
Yes, a
4-year degree to be a cop. And then there's questionable claims that they have IQ maxes on it too. So when you say they're treating them like kids, those are the kids they want. Like, go be a kid for a while, and then we'll teach you how to fuck people's lives up and shit.
Yeah. No, I agree though. It's
kind of
go on.
It's a system where they're pushing you in, just like every other industry.
Yes.
Where the corporate side goes into government back and forth and makes the laws for the corporations.
They're creating demand and then providing for that demand at a massively inflated price that you can never get out of, and then giving you this basically half the time useless certificate coming out the other end with all this debt. You're shouldered with all this debt, and they're the ones that have sort of it's not, and it's hard to like prove some sort of federal collusion or something like that, because it's all the moving parts. It's all the higher learning institute. They're all sort of, I guess, in on it, for lack of a better term, but they're not, necessary. It's not necessarily nefarious, but we know how this shit works. And so that is just how it's going. Like you said, it's like every other industry where there's some sort. But this one's like a more of an artificial demand that's been created. And then these are the only places that you can go and have those demands met, and only by paying these exorbitant amounts that have gone up, like I said, 500% since '85, which nothing has matched. Yeah,
but it's also a very two-tiered system. Not that I've ever gone to a real, expensive college or anything, but it's very, very clear it's a two-tier system where they're having all those lobster every night is for the rich kids. The rich kids aren't taking out those student loans. They expect those parents are already alumni of that school, are donating heavily to those schools for their endowments, and they're just basically hedge funds or trust funds.
Yes,
billions and billions of dollars into the school's funds to attract those kids. To
then have them pay for the poor kids. What the fuck?
The poor kids who have the student loans can't get. They don't have money to go to that shit.
Well, yeah, they're poor.
So it's cool that it's there, but they're poor and they get to watch the rich kids have fun. So I guess that is a real opening to what real life is like. So they are teaching the kids about real life. Those are rich kids. You're not one of them.
I guess.
It reminds me of the casino in a way. You look around and you see some people are winning, some people are losing. But you know who wins every single night?
The House.
The House. And that's the same situation.
And the Senate in this
here.
case.
Yeah, right. But you can tell people who are losing shitloads of money and do not give a fuck.
Sure.
So
that's true.
Those people have kids too. Those people have kids that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to educate them, which is pointless other than make friends with other rich kids.
Yes, that really is.
Job.
Yeah, I agree. I had something to say, and now it has totally escaped my my ironclad brain.
I think we did it, but yeah, I mean. We're going to go back and finish this article about this drag show in our hometown, which I feel like we should be leading like the torch and pitchfork kind of mob.
We should have one of us pro and one of us con, and we should both have...
And we should pretend we're Siamese twins.
Yeah, so we'll wear one big shirt.
Right.
And we'll go there, and I'll have a for sign, you'll have a against sign, and we'll try and get people on our sides to come up and demonstrate against each other.
Right.
And we'll...
All right.
Oh, we should do this. When is this?
All right.
Thanks for the call, man.
All right, later. That was my old pal Brian calling in.
And he's got a couple of degrees, and hopefully he's using those.
Hey, he works for Caterpillar.
Yeah, there you go. All right. There are a lot of kids these days that are having gender questions that we didn't. And I don't think that's the case, though. I don't think that's where did these questions just come out of the blue? If people had these questions, they've had them over time. If they didn't have them, then they didn't have them, and maybe that there's some sort of confusion being made by all of the attention being put on these fucking questions, and them going, should I be asking this? Should I not? I don't know. What if I'm not? Am I not normal? Am I not good? Because it's... To me, it is
talked about like the social equity that they're going to absorb subconsciously just from looking around at the media right now.
Yeah, and
that the social equity for having any kind of like perceived hardship or
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everybody knows what I mean because I say it every episode.
Yeah, we rally against this for no reason all the time.
But now it's come to our turf.
Yeah.
We should go down there, dude, because I don't want to like go down there and really do anything. I just want to see because I guarantee you there's going to be some form of protest there. And
we can go interview. We can do man on the street interviews.
When is this?
Yeah, when
Somebody
is this?
remind us because we're the biggest liars in the universe, and we always say we're going to do shit.
And Mike, let me say this:
October 11th. Somebody put that on the calendar.
Yeah,
October 11th event. I'll put it on the calendar.
Let me say this, Michael. I do understand that when you're saying this, you are saying this out of a sense of compassion and wanting people to feel comfortable and accepted and all this.
What's he saying?
Just all of this, some people have gender questions about their gender that they didn't before. I don't believe that that's the case, but I do understand that some people, like you, for instance, are saying this out of a genuine sense of compassion and being like, well, let's just leave them alone. Let's just leave them alone. But I don't think that's the predominant.
After them.
That's the thing is I don't think that. I mean, there are people. There are always going to be people that are going after everything.
I guess,
but the vast majority of people that I know are just like, I don't care. But what I don't want is denial of science on that front, on biology and things like this. When your doctor can't even tell you what, if you're a male or female, and has to ask you, well, that to me is crossing lines. When we can't just say that men and women are women without really being fucking actually, by some people in their mind, being thought of as a bigot, that to me is a little bit different than, you know, this person has these issues and let them be. I'll let anybody be. I don't care. I've known transgenders over my life, and I don't give a shit. I'll call them whatever the fuck name they want and address them and act as if they are what they present. I don't care. Most people don't care.
What do doctors do? This has just occurred to me. Like, where the rubber meets the road. Like, what if someone goes to a doctor's office and is like, "No, I'm genderless."
Exactly.
What do they do?
They have to now in many institutions have to affirm that. They have to affirm that.
I have to see you naked now. I wasn't going to.
Here's another thing.
But now I have to.
I brought this up, I think, a couple shows ago or whatever.
Because
now
you can't commit.
A lot of doctors are now not being allowed to weigh a patient, which they need to do, unless it is deemed. I forgot. There's like a fucking written consent. It's like, what are we fucking talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I can tell you're obese. Yeah. It's not a secret. I just need to weigh you to see how bad I need to know what your body composition is to tell you why your arteries are fucking tiny or why your heart is, you know what I mean, ticking at an irregular pace or whatever the case, or why your blood sugar is skyrocketed and your insulin sensitivity is nil.
Yeah.
We need to know these things. And so when we in the name of compassion,
why your car is leaning to one side when you drive.
Why your shocks are shot.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why you can't horseback ride.
Right.
Like, there's a medical reason. So, yeah, to me, this, you know, saying that this is all in the name of compassion, it does not seem compassionate to me. It seems to me like make believe that is at the end of the day going to hurt more people and cause more divide in overall society than it needs to at all. When you're trying to force this shit down everyone's like. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, we're going to have a drag-themed bingo at the public library for 7th grade. It's like, yeah, okay, but what are you doing, though? What are you really doing?
It's fucking weird.
That's how you make people that have, identity issues feel comfortable? No. They still aren't going to feel comfortable. Most people that have gender dysphoria to begin with are also not comfortable.
But here's the thing. This isn't that. Like,
no, this isn't.
Someone dressing in drag is not somebody who's like, literally trying to be trans. You know what I mean? It's actually
sort of a mockery of trans.
That makes it almost even weirder. And it's like a mockery of women. Like, it's been pointed out for years. Like, why is it always this same character? Like, I think there was a John Mulaney joke where he's like, why is it always like a big brassy pushy, mean lady or whatever. And he's like,
it's like, okay, but you're a caricature.
He's like, you know what your impression of a woman is kind of like? A man.
I don't understand this whole obsession, though, I guess is really what that comes down to.
Yeah, but it really, it has.
But, here, and to bring it back to the universities, that's where this has all been born.
Mm-hmm.
That is where all of this postmodernist, reductionist, relativism has come out of. And this is a funny thing. I've had so many people in recent years come up to me and be like, dude, I thought I told you were being paranoid when you used to talk about this shit. Because I had a ton of people that used to be like, oh, who cares? It's just college students experimenting and trying shit out. And I was going, no, it's not that. This is not that. This is a weirdly subversive ideology that is going to attempt to take some sort of a power hold. And
it does seem to have some like definite track and agenda for some reason.
I don't know why. I can't for the life of me. I can, I suppose. If your general outlook is one of relativism, that there is no fundamental reality. What's up, JT? You know what I mean?
So Andrea is saying like the new protocol, I guess, at doctors' offices is they have a thing where it's assigned male or assigned female at birth. How fucking ridiculous. It's like, so basically that's where you have to drop the act. What actually are you? Like I'm a doctor. Come on. What are we doing here?
Are we doing this with everything? Like I remember, I think it was Joe Rogan having a discussion about this with a guy, Adam Conover, who was, making all these odd claims, and he said, okay, well, what if I go to buy a dog and I say I want a female dog, and they give me a male dog and go, well, no, but we identified that as a female. No, you're wrong. It has it has testes. It has, you know what I mean? Like, this is not a female dog.
I want it to be cool to hang out with.
They have different temperaments.
Right.
Everyone knows this. Anybody that has had dogs or
a female cat you never want. Every single last one of them is awful.
Are they really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're just fucking antisocial, weird, moody, and crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot
What's
different
up, JT?
than people. But...
All right, Mike, I think we're already there, and I don't agree with the drag queen part, but I do think there should be a way that kids questioning their gender situation should have a comfortable place. They do, everywhere.
But that doesn't have anything to do with this. This isn't that. See, I think these things are getting conflated. This is just a guy playing dress up, and for some reason it's been decided that this is like some kind of linchpin of like
this is
political
actually,
awareness now.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't understand.
And again,
we're
not. It's not like we're sitting here like fucking like
two
Puritans like
old,
oh, how can it's
80-year-old
it's fucking weird.
Christians or something.
Yeah,
I don't care.
If a seventh grader really wants to go to this, then
go do it. You're right. They said stay home if you don't want to go. Yes, I agree. But why is a public library using taxpayer monies to do a drag queen bingo? What is the end goal? It's not, to me, that's not something that's going to make anyone, or maybe it'll make one person comfortable, but it's making 1,000 uncomfortable. I gotta tell you, where is their right not to be not uncomfortable in their fucking?
I predict that it's going to make me a very happy boy on that day, just hanging out outside there, just seeing whatever people show up and whatever it's going to be like. Yeah, because there's around there's still like a pretty heavy traditional Christian element and stuff. I would expect some of if this gets to be like a big story and shit, you know what I mean? Which it has the potential for. I live a block away. Yeah. We'll be there.
Yeah. We'll be there.
100%.
We're going to take a quick break.
And the last time I went to a protest in my town, I got in a fight.
With a drag queen.
Which I think almost. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised, this guy.
Hey. All right. Well, yeah, we're going to take a quick break.
Supposed to be applause. Oh, sorry. So we did it, guys.
Yeah, we got through 1 hour. We're going to go take a break. I'm going to not piss my pants on the way to the lavatory. And
do you have a plan for break stuff, or should I throw something on?
Oh, you could throw something, huh?
Okay.
Sure. But yeah, we got a bunch of other shit. We got some Flamingo and Lightning talk coming up. We're going to check out, because I haven't had a chance to check out their... I just dedicated to us.
You forgot. Let's be honest. It was really exciting for a few days, and then we kind of forgot.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I watched it like a week and a half ago, or whatever it's been, or a week ago, or I think it was a week ago. And Tom has not seen it yet, I just decided to make a shitload of notes. I didn't want to wait anymore. So we'll do that at some point. And I guess I don't know. I'm just gonna throw on Norm Macdonald for the break.
Sure.
Fuck it.
Why not?
Everybody likes that, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes.
This is my wife. You want to fuck her? As long as you fuck her in the casino. You can fuck her at that crab table if you want. But fine.
Sorry, I just started that at like a random place. I didn't realize I already had watched this before. It should be better now.
Swearing, but this is hard to work. I have a job that you only have to know about 3 things, and I know about 1. Listen, guys. What the fuck is this shit? Old lady's gray hair. How'd that get out of my throat? Quite right yet. It has to be perfect, you know. Anyway, you guys look good. You look down too low, though. I should be down there. I feel. You want to come down? I don't know if I can make the jump. When I was young, I could make that jump. Can you guys hear me? I was unsure, because I don't know. But Yeah, I couldn't make that jump, I tell you, when I was young. God damn, you should see me when I was young. But I'm old now and not young. And so if I jumped when I was young, I go, God damn, I jumped that, and I feel good. And now I think I jumped that, and the bones would crack, split sideways. And you think about when you're real young. Remember when you're so young that you were like a fucking superhero? Like when I was young, I was at one time. I remember a tooth came out, knocked out of my mouth, and another tooth grew in. So. And now, with a tooth knocked out, I'd just drink soup for a while. Until I get that goddamn guy to see me. Dentist, he's a dentist. When you get old, man, I don't want to bum you out or anything, because you'll all get old, you know. But you start thinking different. Like, a lot of times, I think of my imminent death. I spent a lot of time ruminating about that. And, when something happens, like, I spend a lot of time checking out my left arm. I go, how's my left arm feeling today? Because sometimes it feels weird, and then I go, whoa. Because symptoms, the thing about symptoms, this is the problem with symptoms. Because I look at WebMD or not. The symptom, like if the symptom, if you have indigestion, that's a symptom of a massive heart attack. But it's also the symptom of indigestion. So you don't know what the fuck to do. You don't want to go to 911 and then fart. And the guy goes, what the fuck you come here for that? Oh, sorry about that. Get the fuck out of here. But, so you're too embarrassed, so you just die at home. With perfectly good digestion. I like casinos. I had a problem for a while gambling. I think I'm over it, but I don't know. I think it's because I'm feeling, I'm feeling good. People think sometimes I'm a hypochondriac, but it's just being old. I swear to God. One time I had a pap smear. They might have got the idea. No, I didn't. That was a joke. But I don't even know why I said it, because I was talking about casino and gambling, and then I don't know why I said that. But I like gambling, and what the fuck's that smoking shit? I'm not gonna start moonwalking or anything. Don't expect anything exciting. I don't know what it is. Steely Dan will be our little album. But no, I did gamble a little compulsively for a while, and I'll tell you when you know you got a gambling problem.
Ladies and
pit
germs.
bosses are your friends. They like you. That's never a good sign, because these people do not like.
What's up, folks? We're back, or I'm back. Vinny had to go take a quick shit. No.
And many times,
no, he didn't.
my best friend has been the pit boss, and he's like, "Hey, listen, Norm, can I get you? Do you like beef? Can I get you some beef? You enjoy eating meat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I get you some free meat, man."
I'm just letting this joke run out.
There, you can eat it.
Should we let it finish?
Sure.
Or should we make up our own jokes?
Yeah.
Like pals.
All right, we're good with this.
Poor Norm Macdonald.
Yep.
Deader than a doornail.
He sure is.
That was the first episode we ever did, was the day Norm Macdonald died.
Was
the
it?
Day
was it really?
Norm Macdonald. Yeah, it was.
All right. What's up, everyone? We got people still here, really.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
What's going on? Of 061 Pi. Don't call in because we haven't talked about anything yet, but go ahead and call in if you want, but don't.
Should we knock out a couple other things, or what do we want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did most of our political railing. Oh no.
What?
there is all the Joe Biden stuff.
Yeah, but that's not really. That's just some.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
We're just
just
gonna.
some-
It's just some fun stuff.
Yeah, that's just some fun stuff. Do we want to go right into the Flamingo and Lightning? Because I haven't heard any.
Oh,
of
do
it,
you
but
just
I
want to do
have
that?
Yeah.
All right, fuck it.
Let's
We'll just
go
do
right
that.
into that
All
because,
right, here. Can
as
I,
you guys know,
set us up, and then I'll take the mouse.
yeah, as you guys know,
All right, here we go, guys. Woke up
the
recently.
Flamingo and
Hold on,
Lightning.
All right. Here's the backstory for anyone who's unaware. We came across once upon a time, and you can just leave it right at the beginning for me. And
I will do it.
what was it? A few months ago now, a couple months, whatever. I came across a Facebook ad for a podcast that I thought would be kind of fun to give a slight ribbing to, to just poke a little fun at. And we ended up actually reviewing like a whole episode. Well, I did. Tom never listens to them. Tom doesn't know what this is. But
I'm pretty much lost.
so basically we end up doing, a whole I want to be on this, right? Yeah, okay. So we end up doing a whole hour-long segment on them. They find out about it through David Box. They hit us back hard here. This is what we have now, is their response, the response from the Flamingo and Lightning, or Live Heretic. I still don't understand what's going on.
We don't understand.
They try to explain it in here somewhere. I don't know if we're going to hear it, but it's like, this is part of the problem that we had with them from the beginning, is like,
what are you?
It's all vague and strange, and like you're the Live Heretic Network, but that's the name of the show, but you're Flamingo. Look, it says the Flamingo and Lightning Show on Live Heretic. We still don't know what this means, but they're reacting to...
what we should do is defy the dogma.
Yeah. That's what they're... I guess that's their... The way they defy the dogma is by imitating what we first saw was by imitating like a 1998 Zoo Crew. That's how they defy the dogma and like blaze new trails in broadcasting.
Sure.
But what we're gonna see here is them responding to us and making fun of us is absolutely 10 times better than what they were doing before. Still got some room for improvement. We're gonna go over some things. But I like to think that we've helped them already, because they're going to actually have like a regular conversation, and you'll see.
Yeah, which is not like them from what we've heard.
Right.
They're doing some sort of... now, JT asked, did they really contact you? Yes. Now, that's the other thing.
Oh, I left out the part where they called.
So
they took advantage of us and called in while we were drunk.
Yeah, while we were drunk, and we had a guest on the show, and we were having a couple drinks.
For like
just
4
having a
hours
little
into the
fun.
show.
Yeah.
And they decided
they decided to start commenting in the comments, and we were like, wait a minute, who's this? And it turned out to be none other than the Flamingo and Lightning.
And we had it out with them there live.
And we had them call in, and it was
it was a drunken
shit
fiasco.
show.
Yeah, it didn't really make a lot of sense. We're just
incorporating stolen valor.
No, that didn't. No,
Oh, yeah, that never happened.
What are you talking about?
Nobody knows.
So, anyways, after that whole thing, a couple weeks later, they put out this. I wake up one day to a Facebook notification. Oh fuck! They're going to really give us the business. I think.
Yes, that's what I.
Now I got to say, it is odd to wake up to like a whole hour-long thing done about you and your friend, And I was like, well, this must be how they felt, I guess, when we did it to them out of nowhere. They'd never heard of us before, and they woke up to just like these guys just fucking just being ruthless for an hour about them. So they're gonna hit us back. Let's just go right into it, because I wake up and here's what I see first. Of course.
Yeah, what is this?
And I'm going to kind of keep this low, too, because I don't know about the copyright stuff.
Sure.
Because Facebook is so sensitive with that. But I'm like, okay, what is this? It's a bunch of stock footage, obviously, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
And some kind of DJ mix that they either made or paid for or whatever the fuck. But look,
Perfect.
I mean, they didn't. Okay, so I'm like, why? Well, that's the first thing is why. Why all of that? It's got to be that. And by the way, this is their third video ever on YouTube. We'll get into that later too. And everything they do has to have this big this. It's the original criticism was there's all this this useless production and stuff when there's no content. But here they have content. So let's get
on Live Heretic. Now you know. Coming at you live here on Live Heretic. We're in Studio Wii.
So now they're puppets. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
this is the first thing.
Now production value's gone up.
Yeah, and that's fine. Well, they didn't have a visual element.
That's what I'm saying.
But so I don't know why they're puppets, but they're these puppets now.
Up, down, left, right, sideways, fly all around. Talk about all the beautiful stuff out there in the world. Got the beautiful lighting in the studio with me.
Okay.
Guess what you did? You took a shower and you straightened your hair.
This is
What's going on? You washed the mud out of it, the clumps from working the cornfields all day. Because, we're just a bunch of dumb country bumpkins down here. Ain't that right, Radioville?
Oh, shit. And, of course, they had to use a picture of me when I was all fat and out of shape and pale.
And before the studio was actually even set up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they went way back in time for this. And their whole thing is like, well, hey, you looked at our 5th episode, Apples to Apples. I think you see this does everything all creepy. Like, Apples to Apples, Radioville. But not Apples to Apples. We do our show live.
Yeah.
They're still
not apples to that's not even that's like apples to candlesticks.
And for some reason they claim to have writers and stuff, and I identified a few things in here that I think may have been written ahead of time from them. But okay, we'll get into this. And by the way, their thumbnail, if you go to I don't want to go back to it right now, but their thumbnail seems to imply that they think I look like Jonah Hill, which I don't think is fair at all. I don't know, but hold on.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Listen here, Tom and Vinny, trying to roast us. We're not no freaking marshmallows. I don't know what you're thinking. You better just take that shit and get on out of here with it.
Wow. Now,
yeah,
scathing.
I know. So
I'm hurt right now.
They want us to get on out of here with that shit.
I'm just hurt that these guys know my name.
They don't, and you'll see that soon.
Okay, good.
So actually, let's see. I'm going to skip forward just a little bit here because if we keep the temptation is going to be to do the entire episode.
Yeah, when we can't do that,
and
it'll take us 3 days.
Right. So we're going to have to kind of keep moving. Oh, sorry.
No star.
Do I want to get?
Just double click it on the picture.
Right.
On the picture.
Double click.
You want to tell them what has taken us so long?
Well, we're going to get to that.
What if I do that?
But what I have found is that I think it's interesting on how they thought that we were going to be mad and come at them and everything. It's like, come on, guys, we're not in freaking like 5th grade anymore, okay?
Well,
we're grandparents.
My education level was kind of.
Did you know that they're grandparents?
That they're grandparents?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
I would have made a.
It's possible, and I'll be honest, they don't look bad if they're grandparents. But there could be, I think.
Well, they're also from where, Kentucky, so they're probably grandparents at like 23.
A high school pregnancy is involved in this.
That's usually the case in the in the lower.
Just a pure speculation, but yeah, let's get the full intro to this.
Sure.
Of the 5th.
Well, that's why we're like a little late responding. Two reasons. So. One reason was the tactical reason, because what we've shown is that we've left you alone for a while. So we wanted to disappear for a moment just so you could look at your viewership.
You can't disappear from nothingness. Like you can't we brought you out of obscurity. And this is the most exciting thing that's happened to either of us, actually. In a while.
Let's just be honest.
Come on, let's really put it out on the table here. This is probably the most fun thing that's happened to either of our shows so far. And but like they're like immediately with this idea like it's such a weird old school kind of like cheesy radio flex. Like their whole thing is always about viewership, and they'll go into that and stuff. But our criticism of them we never mentioned that. We never brought that up because it would be ridiculous for either of us to make it appeal to that sort of claim. Like
that would make no sense.
Neither of us.
Like, ooh, look at ours.
Nobody's watching either of us do any.
No,
of
they
this.
didn't know we had a video. It was gonna go 2000.
Hey,
but whatever.
Now they're really going to be eating crow. You stop by the Radioville YouTube and if you arrange the videos by most popular, it doesn't look nearly as bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't. They do all kinds of tricks with this.
Yeah.
Their little
JT says, "Whose kids did she have?"
I thought about that too. But,
the Bible Belt, Pebbles in a sock puppet. Yeah, go on. I'm just looking at some.
Okay.
I'm gonna have nightmares. That's awesome.
And notice that when we showed up,
7 most extreme animal.
You went up. When we
went. No, see, there are fluctuations all of the time. Flamingo and Flamingo is the guy, and Lightning is the girl. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, the Flamingo just seems it's a. I know I get people are trying to shake the gender norms, but it's a pink bird,
right?
That's elegantly standing atop one thin leg all the time. It's not a masculine. And then Lightning,
it's an odd moniker to self-apply.
It's like the Lightning would be, I envision like a race car driver or something like that. So I don't know if they intentionally did that to just like be sort of I don't know, whimsical or clever, or I don't know if this is genuinely what they call each other.
I think
I would wonder, because I know there are people that like, do you remember people back in the day, like when you were kids, they like some people wanted a nickname. They'd almost give themselves a nickname, or be like, "We need to give you a nickname," and then be like,
at my old
like
school,
soup, you're soupy or whatever, and it's like
they called me at my old school T-Bone.
Yeah. Now you're Coco.
Yeah, everything just devolves into Seinfeld.
It always will.
Okay, but all right. So hold on. So they're setting the whole thing up. Whatever. They're talking about we have no views. Whatever. Fine. It fluctuates. Things happen. This industry is rough. What can I say? But that was never our criticism of them. We never brought it up once because we don't honestly even know. We don't.
I had no idea. We didn't even know if it was a real show at the time. Remember?
I can't imagine anyone listening to it. But but we don't really know.
Yeah, I could imagine people listening to it. Oddly enough,
sadly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but hold on. This is Lightning is about, and we've established in the past that she is quick. Right?
Yeah, that's got to be the reason for the name.
She's about to hit us with something here. Okay,
all right, let's hear it.
Disappeared.
Your viewership disappeared. I never really believed in Houdini. Until we watched the viewership.
You didn't? He's a real person.
That's the thing. It's like,
first of all,
it's not Bigfoot or
that's not a legend. That's a person.
Yeah, it's just a guy.
That was a magician who fucking did. That's David Blaine. Like, I didn't really ever believe in David Blaine.
She is not able.
Real.
She is not able to separate things like leprechauns, unicorns. Yeah. From an illusionist.
Yes, from a historical figure not that long ago.
These are equally mind-blowing and magical things.
This is not like Hermes Trismegistus or something, where it's like some sort of legendary master of masters. This is a magician that was around during the vaudeville.
There's photographs of him.
Lots of them.
Yeah, lots of them.
Lots of documents.
Probably even some early video and stuff.
But I agree. If you don't want to believe in Houdini, hey.
But now she does believe in Houdini because we didn't get very many views on YouTube.
Oh,
you get it?
No.
I know. This is okay. So, Lightning, Flamingo. Here's the thing.
Hey.
A lot of times you guys do this where like you're on the way to
to a zinger.
You're starting to go. You're maybe 300 miles on the highway, right?
Yes.
But then instead of just following the signs to the joke, you just jerk the wheel to the left and start cackling maniacally and roll down a hill.
Yes.
That's kind of the problem with a lot of these. So she never believed that Houdini was real until.
Till she saw our views on that one video.
Right. And
which video was that? Here, I'm going to go back once just because I want to see the view. Okay, that was full episode number 33. Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, fair.
Yeah, fair.
Whatever.
Fair. Nobody. It's a 3-hour episode.
Sure.
On a YouTube channel that nobody
and they have
knows
pointed
about.
We're not 3 hours funny. And again.
Oh yeah.
This is
also fair.
This place is just a clip factory. Only the hardcore fans stay through the whole thing.
Yes. And thank you guys.
Oops, sorry.
No. No.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So.
Got a wild clicking finger.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see what else.
You know, and what's funny is the other reason that we're running a little late is because we've actually had a lot of family events going on the last week.
That is funny.
We had some things with our grandchild going on and some travel, but more importantly,
well, here comes
any
the
of
joke.
that is that Lightning has officially graduated from Hooked on Phonics, and
is that a thing still?
Okay.
Is that a program still?
I don't think it's been anything for quite some time.
Hooked on Phonics. Worked for me.
And so here's what happened here. We had made fun of her because she couldn't read. Like
she was reading some copy at one point. We were like, oh boy.
They're kind of trying
There was like some word that was very.
They're kind of trying to get it on that, I guess. Whatever. All right,
that's fine.
You got that. That's so. A lot of this is just like.
I will say this: whatever the hell that little thing is in the background with the smoking. I actually like that.
Is that John Lennon?
I don't know, but whoever it is, I like it.
Whatever. They're not all bad. They're trying.
Yeah, they're
a lot of their criticisms of us, they kind of have like three main things. One is that we're poor, I think. Which I don't know. Whatever. Well, you know what? We should go to. We'll go to that. I don't remember us ever saying this, but they have throughout this little expose they've done, they have kept going back to the fact that we are like mind blown that they have any money, and they're conflating a bunch of things. All we ever said was, why are you like spending money on?
Do they know where we live?
I don't know. Why are you spending money on like licensing music and blah 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 and whatever when you have no content? That was all we ever said about money, I think. But hold on, here's what they turned it into, and I don't know where this came from.
Money? How do you have money? And just ranted and ranted and ranted and wanted to know how we had any money. And we're like,
when did we do that? What are you talking about?
I mean, it could have happened.
No, because
I would have. There wouldn't have been something that came to mind.
I rewatched the extremely drunken segment, and that's not a thing that we even ever do. Like, why would?
No, I don't care.
What do we think about? Yeah, I don't give.
Also,
a shit.
I don't know who they are. Maybe they're like rich kids that just have some money and wanted to do a podcast poorly.
Yeah, I don't. But do you remember ever questioning them about or ranting on and on about why do you have money?
No,
no. I think it literally they sometimes.
No, I think
if you're in this much of a cloud, maybe you just don't understand the difference between why do you have money and why are you throwing it away
why are you
to
spending money on
some
this?
Some Australian DJ huckster that is obviously getting a check from you every month to make your like little drops and everything. But yeah, I don't know, dude.
I think at one point I had said that they didn't have money because they were saying that like half the proceeds will go to something, and I was like, what proceeds? Like, you're not making money on this.
Okay, yeah.
There's no money being made on what. That was when we were originally watching their commercial, and I was like, what exactly are you talking about?
Yeah, what proceeds?
Yeah, so that was one thing that I remember saying about money. But yeah, all right. But yes, I am very mind blown to know anyone has money.
Yeah, it's just absolutely something that's beyond our comprehension. Huh?
Listen, but you're asking us about our money like an ex-spouse waiting for their child support check. Like, get over it, guys. Shit, it's like you go to work.
This is a straw man.
Make money.
We have jobs. You know,
we have jobs.
Was this done live?
Go back one arrow. Or do you have that keyboard around here or no?
It's around here.
Hold on, wait.
To work. We make money.
We have jobs.
We have jobs. Jobs. We have jobs. Okay.
I almost feel bad.
But also, like, I don't know. So their whole thing, I think they think we're like teenagers. Like, guys,
I mean,
this is a carefully crafted illusion.
Yes.
I mean, this is.
We're in costume.
Yeah, no,
all of the time.
But it's weird that they just like assumed that we don't have careers or like responsibilities. It's like,
but I don't think they actually did. I think this is just
like
what they decided.
That's just like a cheesy joke they thought they could make and go back to over and over because they do it a bunch of times. There's even a thing coming up that I'll play for you guys that they have like professional fucking DJ drops made for us, and it's like live in their parents' basement. So it's like, is that all
Can't
you
wait to hear them?
See, and the shame of it is they went back and watched so many of our early episodes because they would talk about them and stuff, And I'm like, you could have made us look so fucking stupid.
Yeah, maybe they were holding back.
If you just would have played clips to make fun of like we did to you,
Yeah.
you could have just done it right
Oh,
back
you guys
to us.
could have
And if you
eviscerated
picked the
us.
right things, you could have just made us look
There was some real
easily as dumb as
real
yeah,
shit
if you
back
were going to
then.
go back that far. But
Yeah.
they didn't.
Yeah, if you were gonna play in our mud,
They
there
just-
was a lot of fucking mud to play in.
But instead of that, they just kept
You're coming
going,
up with some sort of narrative that doesn't make any
well,
sense.
it just none of it makes any sense except for maybe this part, and some of our listeners may agree with this assessment because this is another one of their themes, and they're getting a little risque here because we
Okay.
thought they were just some like cornball, bumpkins or whatever
Sure.
they said, and that was another thing. We made fun of them for probably like living in like a cheesy subdivision in Georgia, and they're like, yeah, we're out working the fields. Like they don't get it in anything that we're saying. I don't know what they heard, but hold on.
That's easy. Same reason why Tom and Vinny sit over there and giggle like little ladies. It's like whenever they're sitting talking, they're looking at each other going,
Is saving us from the Illuminati. Now that I think of it. What is this? What the fuck? I like they pick the weirdest clip too. I'm saving us from the Illuminati. But that
First of all, there's so many worse cackling moments on this show.
That's the thing. There's so many things.
There's
you could have
times where I'm
picked.
falling out of my chair, baked out of my mind, not even remembering what the fuck we were talking
have
about
been
as soon as I get
blackout-
back in my chair.
Blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Acting like fucking idiots,
Yeah.
refusing to stop the show. Just like you could have picked so many things except for a relatively normal clip of us just talking and laughing.
Completely out of context with that could have been a hilarious joke for all the
Exactly,
If
yeah.
anyone watches that, they're like, yeah, but what was the setup?
It most likely was.
It probably was funny. I laughed
Knowing
at
me,
it.
yeah. Why would you be laughing if it wasn't funny?
Look, I call Vinny on his flubs.
Yeah, but I like their idea too. Like they're always looking at each other and laughing.
Giggling
It's
like a couple ladies.
Are we just supposed to be like complete? What? And they also criticize us later for looking at the camera. So we can't look at each other, and we can't look at the camera, and we can't laugh. I'm like, what is
Let's not then.
What weird?
Look, this is
criticism?
good critique. I'm going to take this to heart, and I'm going to.
It blows my mind.
Change the way I do things. I can't look at you.
It blows my mind how little of the obviously and potent real fucking
criticism
flaws
that
we
could
have
be.
that
Yeah,
they just didn't touch on any of. Are they just too nice?
I don't know. That's what I'm starting to get the feeling like they were just doing this maybe to do it, but not really get mean
no, and
or
they were having a great
Get
time.
mean, guys.
They obviously had studied up on the show quite a bit, and they're having a great time with it. So, good sports, whatever.
Yeah,
we'll keep going with this
Sure.
because this is surreal. But
And then they gaze into each other's eyes all.
when do we do that?
Well,
I love it when Vinny reaches over and grabs that White Claw with a straw.
See.
Oh, Vinny. That's
Yes.
not Vinny.
Now, if you recall, when we had our first encounter, we were intentionally calling them the wrong names to imply that the
Yes.
flamingo would obviously have to be the girl's name. And we were doing that gag.
Oh, so maybe they did that, you
I think so. The whole episode, they call us opposite names, and I'm pretty sure it's on purpose. I think it's their idea. Again, it's hard to tell what the humor is supposed to be a lot of times, but I think that's supposed to because...
That's tough. But,
I don't know. I think that's supposed to be the thing. So but there's you with your White Claw.
Yeah, and I remember I was trying out a straw at that time because I didn't like having to lift the can all the way like this.
That was the
on
problem.
camera. I was
Right.
like, oh yeah, it's because you have a microphone there, and half the time I'm trying to talk, and then if I'm doing that, I was just like,
The
oh yeah, I'll just put a straw in.
it was like a hammer and a tool belt. It was just it was just a tool to do the show with.
Yes,
and
and also it went away. It was like one episode I did it.
It
but-
was kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you did it for a few. Didn't
I
you?
may have.
Yeah, I think it was a recurring thing for a while.
I may have.
But,
and
so
I poked fun at it myself.
But I like they go back. How long ago was that? That was like 10 months ago or something. Probably they went
Probably, yeah.
back and found this stuff. And then
I mean,
again,
it was green light time, so
and then played none of the embarrassing audio.
Dude.
But thank you. I guess.
yeah, thank you.
I mean, yeah.
because there was a lot to play.
Here we go.
And he's got his pinky up, and it's like his wrist is kind of bent. He just like sucks that straw so good. Like he just
Look, they're filming their own things and they're like imitating.
Oh,
you.
I thought this was found footage.
so-
I was like, damn, dude, they're like
no,
going
that's
at it.
the guy. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Flamingo.
that's Chris.
So yeah, Chris. What is it? Yeah, but
Yeah.
so that's Flamingo, and it's hilarious to me. That thing they said at the beginning, like I don't know if we even played that part, but at the beginning they're like, you guys had all the time in the world to prepare your thing about us. They go and film stuff. They build a fucking like mock set of ours and stuff. They got pictures of us on their walls. All this stuff. Tom literally has never heard this before.
I was going to say, or the other one.
I listened to.
You popped that commercial on me that night. I never heard that.
We've never done any preparation except for I listen through and I make these like 1 page of notes, and this is just times and labels, whatever.
Yes, but at that time, that was a new thing. I had never seen the commercial when we had originally picked it apart. I hadn't seen that.
No, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They act like, and they always talk about how they have writers and stuff. I'm like, and they're doing all. It's like. All right,
writing
guys,
what?
It gets strangely obsessive. There's a lot of things in here that start to be borderline creepy.
Like I'm telling you, like the way Vinny, bro.
So I didn't tell you one thing, and I meant to. But you're gonna be mad.
Okay. Now here is something interesting. Now these people, okay, we thought they were like soft, and he said they're no marshmallows. Now. This is such a strange left turn from their normal character.
Okay.
It's very odd here. Now, wait till they get into this. Because apparently they've decided that something that should have been sacred is no longer sacred because we, through the first rampart, as they may say. Is that something? Okay.
No.
Okay.
You always told me just keep people's parents out of things.
Uh-oh.
But since my parents are...
But they started it.
I know.
Now... What happened? We made fun of them on their podcast because they were talking about funny things their dad said.
Oh, yeah.
And everything that they brought up was something that every dad in the entire universe says.
Yeah.
So they'd be like...
gonna get your hair cut?
Because I said so.
Yeah,
So
when are you gonna get your hair cut?
We were making fun of you guys because you couldn't come up with any poignant or interesting memories or observations of your beloved father. Your dad was probably a great guy. I think it was Lightning's dad.
I just wanted to try and save that for you. But
so I mean, he was probably great. We were making fun of them that they couldn't come up with anything interesting to say about the guy. So they now they interpret that as like you've opened the door to make fun of parents. So let's see, Lightning.
Let's hear.
Now, previously they've been pretty tame. Let's see what they got.
Time on dad.
But as a person who knows that their parents aren't in their life, I thought, well, this is going to be a bad idea, but I did it anyway.
What was that? Parents aren't in their life. But I did it anyway. No, what did she say though? Wait,
that their parents aren't in their lives.
Hold on.
As a person who knows that their parents aren't in their life, I thought, well, this is going to be a bad idea, but I did it anyway.
Okay, wait. So is she saying she knows that
our parents are not in our life?
I guess, and I think.
Because
we're failures, or
no, maybe because we have talked openly about your parents not being in your, what I mean, like that
because they are
actually deceased.
Yes. So is that where she's going with this? Because
I don't know.
So I called Vinny's mom and I asked her, I said, hey, can I talk to Vinny's dad? And she was like, who is this? And I told her, hey, this is Lightning. I just want to find out some things about Vinny. And she says, well, Lightning, I hate to break it to you, but I do not know who Vinny's dad is. Don't tell him.
So they go from like cheesy celebrity gossip and like 101 joke book jokes to calling my dead mother a whore. Great job, guys.
Yeah, and I mean,
what the fuck?
Hey, look, way to raise the bar, though. I hope you can sustain this now. Yeah,
like hold on. Yeah. The first they compared us to like at the beginning. I couldn't get.
Now maybe they thought I was Vinny truly, and they had known that who they thought was Tom had lost his mother, and so they were saying it about me because maybe I had talked about my parents before or something.
I prefer it this way.
I believe it that way.
You went from like
also good picture. I like the footage you found here of a slut. So thank you on that one because
is that supposed to be my deceased mother?
Apparently, your mother is younger than you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, I am taken aback personally. Mm-hmm. I did not expect this. I mean, we were fucking around and having fun.
Yeah, now you're calling people's dead, deceased parents.
So I feel like we didn't cross any lines like that. Dad, I'm being serious.
Yeah,
I feel like we were just sticking to criticisms of your show and what you were saying. But okay, I guess you guys
we got thick skin.
Yeah, I guess you guys needed to get that out of your system. Whatever. Okay. And they're always over there laughing.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Not know who Vinny's dad is. Don't tell him. I said, well, okay, thank you. I really appreciate it, Vinny's mom.
Okay.
His hostility.
Yeah.
So,
He's got some dad issues.
So I called.
What?
I don't know.
That
but
was
I'm
the thing
assuming
about-
mine's coming up next.
Yeah. Now here's where they get to you.
Yeah, I'm
because
going to bring it back just 5 seconds. All right.
Okay.
Just so whenever you want to start. Go on.
All right, go ahead.
Vinny's mom.
Okay.
His hostility.
Yeah.
So,
He's got some dad issues.
so I called Tom's mom. Tom's mom said, yeah, I've got Vinny's dad or Tom's dad's information.
Now,
and I'll
good.
give it to you.
You
Good work.
You record this and edit it.
Yeah, how are you
What are you doing?
reread?
Yeah, that again, as we discussed.
You got a puppet doing this.
That
Or
was
you got
the-
a doll, not
that-
even a puppet.
That was the best she could do. That was the fifth,
Yeah.
that was the fifth try. That was you know what I'm saying? The Vinny,
I got Tom.
the
I got
Although
Vinny, Tip Tom.
to their credit, they are trying to keep the names reversed in a hilarious attempt
Yes,
to rile us.
it is
because
very good.
That was really when we were wasted. There was a moment where they called us the wrong names, and we were like, "What the fuck? I'm We're all just drunk, trying to be outraged,
and not actually giving
They
a shit.
apparently did think we were like extremely angry. I'm like, we're just fucking around. We're just doing a show. Like, what does it look like if we don't get angry? You know?
Yeah. What are we gonna fucking? Is this not
All right,
NPR?
Here, back it up like 5 seconds again.
Already
Sorry.
did, I think.
Okay, cool.
I said, yeah, I've got Vinny's dad or Tom's dad's information. And I'll give
Good.
it to you. So I called his dad. He starts yelling something about a really big disappointment, and he hung up on me.
Oh
He
yeah,
said,
no.
The last time I talked to him, I was begging him to move out of my damn basement.
Like, now tell me somebody didn't write that for you. Like, tell me you just fucking woke up out of some kind of like ether-induced stupor and stumbled
Yeah,
down
they're-
to wherever you're recording this.
They're
and
down
just
south. They're doing
spit that out.
laudanum.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me, yeah. You and just spit that out off the top of your head because there's if that
was
like
pre-written.
like we've pointed out before, they claim that they employ writers for this show.
Yeah.
If this is the type of thing you're getting for your money, goes to our original
Good
point.
work.
What in the fuck are you doing? Why are you paying for the licensing to play Eminem songs in your podcast, which we can't even show because we'll get our stream shut down?
Yeah.
But like, why? Nobody's coming to your whatever. Okay.
Well, and also, now this is not me taking offense to that because I don't know what to take offense to there, but it's a funny it's a funny picture in my head because if you would have gotten a hold of my dad, like you don't know where he's at. He's either working a gold claim in Alaska.
You would have just
7
heard
years old. He's not working a
You just would have
horse
heard a bunch
ranch
of
in
guns
Montana.
firing and
Yeah, exactly. He's on a gun range teaching people how to fucking.
Yeah.
It's a funny picture because, and I get it, they don't know this, so it's
Well,
just
but
like
it's just weird.
but
They
it's
just-
a weird stab in the dark. Because
It's just the
like
same-
both of those are
It's just the same joke over and over again.
It
Like
stabs in
you
the
guys
dark.
you live with your parents and you're broke, but
Yeah.
your parents don't know who you are, or
Well, yeah.
the guy I haven't. But the joke also made no sense. She was like, "Last time I saw him, I was begging him to get out of my basement." Well, if he won't leave, then he's downstairs.
Yeah,
He's right
then
there. Like,
exactly.
If you're,
Yeah, it's just not well crafted.
doesn't make sense.
No,
It's fucking-
yeah, that's what really got me about that joke.
Right.
is that it wasn't a joke.
That's the thing about most of these. Yeah,
Like, punchlines have to make sense in context to the setup.
right.
They
That's-
can't be a non sequitur punchline.
It's like I was saying before. Like they get on that somewhat path. Like the joke.
All right, let's rewrite that for him.
The
real
joke
quick.
is what?
Just okay. So last time, I got a hold of his dad, and he was
Oh, I know what-
screaming
okay.
about
Yeah, he was
somebody
screaming.
being a big disappointment, and said, "Last time I saw him,
Last time I saw Tom, he was drunkenly destroying the basement in
that he won't move out of."
he
There.
he doesn't live here. He showed up in the middle of the night, wasted,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
destroyed the basement, and then got
And
arrested.
that would have been a
and I had
very
to bail him out.
realistic
Yeah.
scenario. Now that
would've
one
worked, yeah.
would have been.
But you know what? They didn't just go after us.
Oh, no.
Because one of the main players in this whole situation, my brother-in-law David Box, is the person that first alerted the Flamingo and Lightning to our roast of them.
Okay.
And so they didn't take too kindly to that, and they have some pretty strong words about Mr. David Box here, and it's coming up in a few
I think
seconds.
he's still there doing a podcast. So
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
you in the basement doing a podcast. It's I don't know. Okay.
Enough to get this guy called David in a Box.
It's my dick in a box.
What the? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, did somebody come up with that for you, or you came out, or whatever? Why did you do it though? Why did you think?
I will say this: the effort. I got to give them credit.
I guess
like they did all. I mean, this is put together. I'm
But
not going to
it's
say
still-
it's
it's
well
like-
put together, but they did this.
It's like you put a 7-year-old in a suit in like a boardroom, and you're like, "Hey, you're in charge of writing jokes today." Like, oh, David Box. Yeah. Box. You could put something in a. Okay.
There was a really famous thing 40 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
when people knew who Andy Samberg was.
Right. Yeah. Where are your Monica Lewinsky jokes? Why don't you fucking?
Yeah.
Why don't you step it up a little bit?
You should have put him in her box.
Right. Yeah.
That would have been good, like Clinton did with a cigar. Anyways.
Okay. See, no, that was something that kind of made sense as a joke. There you go. Better effort. Okay.
Or a cigar box. Anyways.
Let's see what they got
could
to
have
say
been a
about
lot of
David
references.
Box. Here we go.
Sure.
So
David in a box. He's in the same box they are, except their office.
All of a sudden, this like little image pops up in the middle of the screen.
Hell
with,
yeah.
Like, if
That's
if I
David
was-
Box. We've been doing that since day one.
Here's
And we
the
talk-
David Box.
And David Box, feel free to call in and defend yourself here. And anybody else they mention, because there's a couple more of you too. Anybody can call in and get in on this at any time.
Yeah.
Let's pile on.
And make
at
sure
this
to
point.
make fun of the race because they're all white.
They fucking yeah, right. They fucking opened the door with the deceased parent stuff.
Yeah.
Atrocious. Hold on.
was casting for something to do with working at a funeral home. Like, this is the guy that I would hire.
All right, here. It's just let's
Oh,
do the
like he
whole
was,
thing about him again. Yeah.
Yeah, like he was
Pops
like
up in the middle of the screen with like, if I was casting for something to do with working at a funeral home.
No.
This is the guy that.
No, you.
Here, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, no, you can't have a joke that says if I was casting for something to do with.
Say
no.
a fucking funeral director.
You
fucking-
put this together. You had a picture of him. You had a picture of us with him on the screen.
You took all the time to do that.
You photoshopped his head on fucking on Justin Timberlake's box. You take the time to write a joke.
If I was just doing casting for like some
Something,
type of
I don't
thing
know,
that
like
goes
a thing
like
that's
a
like
it's like a thing that goes on a screen.
Yeah,
or
that has to do with a
and-
thing.
Yeah, and there's like people in it or something, and maybe there'd be like a grave guy.
How about a
there.
movie?
Yeah. How about a movie with a funeral director?
Yeah, a movie about a funeral director, or a reality TV show about what do they call when they embalm people? What the fuck is that? Mortician.
Okay, there we
There,
go.
a reality show about a mortician.
Sure.
Boom! I just wrote it for you guys.
There we
Don't
go.
s-
that I would hire.
Oh, sorry.
No, go.
He's the guy you would hire. Yeah.
You know,
Because of his voice?
his voice, how he looks. He looks like a mortician. Like,
Okay.
I mean, he is wearing a black shirt. I suppose.
Now, here's the thing, too. These are all things I've said about David Box before. So, I mean, it's whatever. It's,
yeah.
you know,
Kudos to you then.
it's face
Flaming.
value observations, yeah.
Like creepy?
yes.
Or probably has dead bodies in his basement or something?
Worse. This guy is seriously like a creepy mortician that gets off like servicing dead bodies.
That's three times.
Yeah.
And also now, she brought the dead bodies up. He's just going to say dead bodies again. Here, back it up like 5 seconds. Sorry.
Dead bodies everywhere.
Guy is seriously like a creepy mortician that gets off like servicing dead bodies in basements. Okay.
What does that mean? How do you service dead bodies? Is that a thing you can do?
Fellatio.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm
But they
picturing,
don't
like,
get
are-
erect.
That's the thing.
They're
like,
dead.
You have to think these things through.
Or are they
Like,
saying he's getting off just by like embalming them?
Right.
In a basement? I don't know. This is
And
an odd
if by
thing.
getting off, do you mean doing like work that is meaningful to you and helps
Or
families in a
coming.
time of hardship and need? You know, or yeah, which one?
Or is he jerking off on dead bodies? You have to be a little more specific.
Yeah,
with
because the
humor, I
the
think.
language you're using just doesn't conjure like funny imagery. It's
Well, it
not
doesn't really conjure any imagery. That's the
imagery.
problem.
What is servicing a dead body? What is
Yeah,
that?
it has to have something that paints some sort of a picture of any kind.
Yeah.
All I have right now is a basement and a dead body. But the rest is just, you can't leave everything else up to the imagination because then it's not, yeah.
We're sick of filling in your jokes. That's the thing. Hold on.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
which is what might be behind the two French doors that Tom and Vinny are sitting in front of right now on their set. You know,
David's back there using them like puppets.
Yeah, I love how they try to like change it up and make it look professional. And they got like 2 wool navy blankets.
These are, what are these?
This is It's not blankets. It's a material. It's a substrate.
Until he said that, it does kind of look like that. But I never thought of that before. But yeah, we got 2 wool blankets. And hold on, they are going to rip apart our set here. We should get.
That's fine. We've all seen blankets in back of in a set though. There's wrinkles.
Of course,
you can clearly see if something is fabric.
Yeah, and with the couple of us blowhards sitting here, those things would be flapping all over the place.
Yeah. Now, I like that they just made fun of somebody for using puppets while using puppets.
Yeah, it's just this like.
They're like, yeah, he's probably back there using puppets.
Dude, it is just
they're saying it with 2 puppets.
It is just a strange inception of ineffective comedy.
Yeah,
it's just okay.
But I like how they've updated it. We've gotten into the current look of the set because I personally like it.
Yeah, Tom loves this.
I do.
I sometimes feel like we're like in a visitation room somewhere, like where our parents are going to show up in a minute.
Ship.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah, you
hold on. All right. Thanks a lot, Lightning.
Behind them
with some Christmas lights.
Yeah, with those LED lights from Walmart. Love that.
Thank you. That's what they are. They're not Christmas lights.
Yeah, I might have actually gotten those from Walmart.
It could be. It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
They're LED lights. I mean, I might have also gotten them from Marshall Fields.
Right. They could be from Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
For all you know.
I actually made those.
Yeah. Meticulously, circuit by circuit.
Every one of those is hand placed.
Would that make it better? No, they're just LED lights. Yeah,
it's a point of interest in a set.
All right, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet you guys even have the app synced up where you can change the colors and stuff.
No, we don't have the app.
Actually, we do not.
We don't, right? Okay. Yeah. Good.
No, because they come with remotes.
Joke's on you guys. We have a little battery-operated remote that changes them.
Yeah.
Now, don't you feel fucking stupid.
Don't look at the camera.
Yeah. I know.
Idiot.
Sorry.
Yeah, not me, not them.
We can't.
Look over here. Look away from me.
They do reference that a few times. Guys are just like 3 hours just looking at a camera. And like, I think I've gone entire shows without ever looking directly at the camera.
Yeah, I do.
I'm usually just
like
staring
always
down
like this.
here.
Fuck you. Sometimes I do that.
Once in a while, Once the swords come out and shit, we make some direct eye contact. But we generally don't want to provoke the super spreader army by looking them directly in the eye.
Fuck no. They're dangerous.
Here we go.
Or it can start strobing.
Yeah. Put on some disco lights.
So he's probably as interested as old food in a takeout box that you left on the counter.
Ooh. Is that a thing?
I don't know if they're talking about if that's still David Box, but she got it wrong too. She said they're probably about as interested in.
Yeah.
Here, let's hear that one more time. Yeah. Hold on.
So he's probably as interested as old food in a takeout box that you left on the counter.
He's probably as interested as old food.
You're supposed to say interesting
left
as.
Out. One more time. I just want to hear the unraveling of that. Like
the lights.
So he's probably as interested as old food in a takeout box that you left on the counter.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that,
what is
idiot?
This, the Dukes of Hazzard, Cletus?
Yeah,
this
Boss
is Roscoe P.
Out.
Coltrane, coo.
Dude, all right, but they make fun of us laughing, like giggling, like girls,
like
I guess.
actually
I don't know.
laughing,
right? Just hanging out and laughing like two regular people,
like an uncontrollable impulse or compulsion to laugh.
As
because
the Dalai Lama said,
funny.
all laughter is involuntary, except for when it sounds like this. Back it up one more time.
Interested as old food in a takeout box that you left on the counter.
It was almost Michael Jackson-esque, actually. That was it was very performative. Yeah, very very natural, guys. Good job.
I'm gonna start laughing like that. All right,
here we go.
When you Google Radioville with Tom and Vinny, like
we come up.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, here's the thing. We're all going to get different results when we Google stuff. You're going to come up because...
also, look back at that. It was all links that have been clicked. They're all purple.
Exactly,
of course that's going to come up. You've already been there.
Right. So there. I mean, whatever. That's not even a point.
Yeah, we come up. But if you Google
but
if you Google,
so he's just gonna go and if you Google them, they're gonna say something about how we only exist on Facebook and YouTube. Valid. We don't really care that much.
Now, Katie says your set does kind of suck, to be honest, especially that dictionary you make your guests sit on.
Sorry, I almost fell over.
Cadence, I'm gonna have to ask you to pipe down.
Yeah, then don't come on the show if you don't like it. And you know what? I do. If you don't like being a guest on the show, I got something for you. Later, we're gonna tell you how you can become a guest on their show. But right now, I have it queued up to. They do have a valid criticism here, I think.
Okay, what do we?
And it was kind of disturbing, but I went to scrolling through because we're people of schedules and we like to be on time and do things like that. Mm-hmm. But I was scrolling. The only thing that really caught my eye was the fact that they missed their scheduled shows. They'll say, "Hey, we're going live at 8:00, 8:30. Hey, we're running a little bit behind, guys. We're going to be live at 8:30. Oh, sorry, something came up. We're not doing a show today." So that happens several times. So what I'm
okay. Fine.
Now, I was going to say, hey,
that's something we can't deny, right?
Valid. Valid, and
that is the same.
Totally accurate.
That is the same criticism that a lot of our fans have. Yeah.
And also, here's the thing: is we do that, and people are still here,
right?
Because we have loyal watchers and listeners. Because we value our super spreader army.
And we also do this live. We don't just sit around editing for a week before we let stuff out. I kind of wish we did because we would have a lot less damning content.
Yeah, we would have to. It would be like one of those redacted government fucking papers.
It would. If I had my way, like most of our show would just be black bars. Just 2 or 3 seconds.
And then and then just beeping it out.
Oh, they're probably protecting us from the alert. Oh, okay. But yeah, so here I can't remember what this is, but I'm just gonna play it from where I had it. It says paraplegic, and I think this might be another example of them getting a little risque and out of character.
Advice on how to make a successful podcast from Tom and Vinny at Radioville.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is the equivalent of taking swimming lessons from a paraplegic.
Again, we never tried to tell you we knew how to be successful. We just said your show was dumb.
Yeah,
and we made fun of it for a while. We did imitations of you. Everybody got involved. It was fun.
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck? It's not a whole big thing about who's better.
Now, let me ask you this.
What?
We're almost 2 hours now. We've got 5 to 2 hours.
Oh, my God.
Do we want to? I know, I was going to say, do we want to take a break and come back to this? Because people seem interested. And
do you guys want to?
And there's other stuff we could do. We could do shit in the middle of this and
then just come back to it later.
Come back to it. Yeah, there's plenty of.
For right now, whatever we're gonna do, let's finish. Well, you know what? We do have a few more minutes because.
Yeah. Keep it going then.
So here, let me where were we at?
They did the viewership.
They did a paraplegic.
Yeah,
joke
they're making
and
fun of paraplegics.
And showed
the most successful paraplegic ever.
If I was going to be a paraplegic,
and also if I was going to take advice from a paraplegic about anything, it would probably be him. He could probably tell you how to swim better than anyone else because he understands physics so fucking well.
His podcast would be unlistenable, but literally. So there's another weird thing I wanted to get to. They talk a lot about us being gay, and that's, I guess
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, yeah, and I mean a lot of this just reeks of like kind of just old people humor, And
or like bottom of the barrel sort of just low hanging fruit kind of. But what? Then this is what you're doing. Good for you.
It's better than what you were doing before. If you stick to stuff like this, you might actually have people become interested. Like
that is true.
Nobody needs another bland, repetitive celebrity gossip show and some cheesy shit. You know what I mean?
Although do that too. Maybe you fucking make it. Maybe the stars align and you fucking launch into the stratosphere of doing what you're not reading copy correctly. And
not going to happen. I saw Carson Daly at the train station not long ago. That world is dead.
Yeah,
you don't.
He
need
was
that.
begging for money and jokes.
No, he was really there.
He was begging for jokes.
He was on the escalator. He looked fine, but why was he on a train? Is my point.
Does anyone have any monologue jokes?
Yeah.
Anyone?
And I'm like, hey, buddy, I got a podcast for you.
Yeah.
They employ writers. Here, this is where they start to open up, though. I think this is them really riffing, okay?
Okay,
Because-
I want to
and
hear
that-
this.
Dude,
Good.
I don't hear... And just to make sure, can you hit it back 5 seconds?
Sure.
Just so we make sure we get it. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta listen to this. It will completely waste like 3 minutes of your life.
Okay.
This is another thing they keep doing. It's just these weird meta things of like, I don't know. There's a lot to this. I would recommend everybody watch this all the way through. But if we try to do that, it'll take us fucking 3.5 hours.
Sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, so part of their thing was that they would put that on and fucking bounce away. I don't know what
They're talking about us taking breaks. Okay, here's what happens. We're doing the show live. You're taking whatever breaks you need to and editing the thing together.
Yeah, you're probably taking 40
You're not
hours to
sitting there-
make an
yeah.
episode that doesn't even make sense.
Dude, exactly. And
So-
writing stuff that fucking never makes any. Yeah, I mean, like this is when you do this live and try to keep up energy for like an hour. You might have to go take a piss, smoke a cigarette, something. I don't. They think it's really weird that we take breaks, and they make wild claims about our breaks too. But hold on, all right.
we're doing.
That's way for a good minute. I mean, like,
Yeah, but Vinny seems to go more than Tom, so I think that Vinny either has a yeast infection or a UTI.
Okay,
Which are the same thing, but
is it?
Pretty
think
much.
so.
I'm pretty sure.
You can't
I'm
have
pretty
one
sure
without
yeast
the other.
infection
It's like
is a
trials and
UTI.
tribulations.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
yeah.
I don't know. Connie has a good point here. Super spreader, General Connie.
By the way,
So
they're
they
talking
took
about
time-
him.
Yeah, that's me.
He's got the
I do
yeast
piss a lot.
infection.
So they took the time to watch every episode, not because they wanted to, but they wanted to pick them apart. Ha ha ha.
But
yeah,
then they
that's the
didn't
weird-
do it.
But that's the thing is like they didn't. There's so much you could fucking pick apart in our past.
I know, dude. And
It's just-
now, if you do it, it doesn't count because we already.
Yeah, and literally, how many times have you gone on diatribes about like massive drug issues and shit
Oh,
like
dude,
that?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you wanted to like really hit me,
Yeah,
where
like
it hurts, you know. I mean,
you could, yeah. But
But,
instead,
yeah.
they bring up your deceased.
so Tom's got
mother.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Your idea of why a guy would have to pee a lot is they didn't go with like enlarged prostate,
Which,
they,
yeah.
they didn't go with
or
like,
a tiny bladder
How
the
about
size
this?
of an old woman's.
alcoholism.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know? No, it was, and so when Tom used to drink White Claw out of a straw all the time,
Yeah.
he had to pee a lot. You know,
I
That's all-
sure
but
did.
I guess it's a yeast infection. It's just like you're always going for the weirdest jokes.
Yeah, no,
like,
I
why-
entertained the idea of a catheter for a bit so that
Sure.
I didn't have to leave the
I'm sure that's
set.
the thing we actually did talk about. But here we go.
I hope it doesn't involve anything to do with a sock.
Maybe.
What?
I know. And then
But
they
what?
play. All right, back it up like 10 seconds because. All right, here's how this comes together. Hold on.
I mean, like,
Yeah, but Vinny seems to go more than Tom, so I think that Vinny either has a yeast infection or a UTI.
I hope it doesn't involve anything to do with a sock.
No, I'm going to stop it there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to be something we? Okay, so I asked, and guys, feel free. If some of our fucking super spreaders can pile on, if you guys ever want to fucking call in and get involved in this, because I got a suggestion from one of our other super spreaders when I mentioned this before. Perhaps that means that we're like jerking off in a dirty sock and then got germs into our urethras.
Okay, well, I wouldn't
Okay.
even have.
I mean, even though I feel
But
like
even if you were jerking off into a sock,
Yeah,
I guess
mean-
I don't know the logistics of such activity. But
And who
are
does,
you rubbing
that's
your
also,
dick
it's such
on
like
it?
it's such like an old person joke. Like who? just,
Yeah.
Like, what are you 1972 fucking jokes? Like
Yeah, this is Three's
jerking off in
Company.
a sock. Like who does that? What are you talking
Actually,
about?
that's nowhere
Like,
near the level of Three's Company because that was
No,
a
yeah.
fucking hilarious show.
compared to this. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hold on a second here. Let's just
Yeah. Even when the one dude from that show had a heart attack, it was funnier than this.
let's see here. Yellow, you are on with Tom and Vinny. What's up?
So you have to reverse the names all the time. So they're saying that you, Tom,
Yes.
are Vinny.
I know. We know that. We
and
know.
Tom Vinny lives in your basement, and
Right.
he's masturbating to the thought of you.
Oh.
And in a dirty old sock constantly.
Yes.
And that's how he got his UTI, because he was getting stale, crusty chunks of semen from his sock into his urethra.
Franklin.
Okay. Now you shouldn't have to like go down the Oregon Trail to fucking understand a joke. You know? It's,
Yeah, that's
it's
just
like,
poor joke writing.
Well,
yeah, it's just weird.
Look, so
Like-
they have writers. They don't.
Yeah,
have
they should fire them
coaches
promptly.
For reading, I think that's their next step is getting coaches for speaking words.
That's that would be a
linguistics coaches.
Yeah.
You can very much tell that the writers are the same age as them, because there was jokes about the old McDonald's commercial with the small fries.
Oh yes, Stizzy listened to this entire thing also.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're going back a long time, and it's a stretch for anybody to get that. I thought it was funny.
There you go.
They're paying people to make their jokes. It was funny. Somebody over 35, 40, but come on, man, perform on the jokes. You got takes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's a good clarification of their humor. Thank you for bringing us around.
Yeah, thank you for helping us understand.
Glad to be graphic, sir.
All right, thanks, dude.
All right. Thank you.
You have to hang up or else we can't hear it. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Back to Flamingo Enlightening, doing an hour on us that I swear to God, and my sister told me the same thing because I had a bunch of people watch this. Oddly enough, Tom is like the only person I know that didn't watch this because I was always
I don't have time. I have a job.
I have a job. But no,
actually, I have bees nos.
Yeah. They pretty much, like I said, it's just like 3 jokes over and over the whole time. But here, so back it up another 5 seconds real quick so we make sure we hit this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't involve anything to do with a sock.
Okay. So now we know what that means.
I know. Probably Tom's sock. Tom's sock that's over there on the couch that he's sleeping.
He's sniffing it.
He's sleeping. Did you say Vinny goes over and sniffs Tom's sock that he gets off the couch he's living on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like goes.
That's nasty. It looks like the glazed donuts from the Asian donut shop down the road.
The chocolate ones.
Okay, so without really any
semen,
I guess without any sort of like comedic leverage, they walked us through. Well, I guess we're sniffing each other's socks, and I live at your house or whatever. But now
I live at yours because I'm Vinny.
We're each other. But but now the sock is covered in shit. I guess.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But like
I glazed donut.
Okay.
I was
so if you
semen.
got the problem, guys, if Fleming and like I know you wanted to be mean or
FNL.
and you wanted to like try to hit back with something, but like the problem is you have to start from somewhere. Like you can't just make up out of whole cloth that we're sniffing socks and then try to like riff on it because it came from nothing. If you chose something we said that it maybe you could make it sound that way or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just a weird thought.
It's just like a weird generic.
It's just a weird thought that was in your head.
Yeah,
that we would be doing that, and you just
like here. We'll do it real quick. We can just do this on the fly. Like, oh my god, I bet you they eat rotten lettuce because it's gone bad because they don't have enough money to buy any new food. It's like but that's not funny though. It's just some random shit that you're saying. Or we could say like, no. I was going to go mean, but there's no reason to go mean because I don't even understand how this is a.
I bet Flamingo has a giant knee pad collection or something like that, and it's like
sucks.
No, just because it's like a stupid, it's like an old cheesy blowjob thing or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and he goes in there and he's sniffing his knee pads and he's passing them to Lightning and they're eating the knee pads. Oh god, and the knee pads are covered in shit.
And spaghetti sauce.
I mean, it's not. You're not making.
Hold on, let me go back so they can see this. I just put us back.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, all right. Ready? Are you done? Or,
yeah. Just click back.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I love their YouTube banner. So I go to their YouTube page.
It's the only channel on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or how much we liked that picture when we first
love
made
it still.
Oh, I think they're going to stick it to you here. Actually.
Oh, nice.
They're finally got YouTube, which, by the way,
is free.
And anybody can.
What is going on with you guys while you're recording? Like, what? They have gauze in their mouths or something?
Yeah.
Like, what? Are you always just back from like some kind of root canal?
I know well-spoken Southerners.
Oh, sure.
Eloquent.
Why, there was Mark Twain.
Yes. There was Prelt.
Yes. The great Nobel Peace Prize winner. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, they're out there, right? Can you think of one?
I mean, I can do
Matthew McConaughey.
If I was a well-spoken Southerner,
you're just making up a guy.
I could just make up a guy that sounds exactly like this.
And you can't
could understand everything that he's saying.
Right. Now, that's, okay.
And that's a man that everyone's heard before.
How about this? Where's Sam Elliott from?
South.
Okay, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
So they're out there.
Texas, probably.
What
I'm
we're
gonna
saying
guess
is they
Texas.
exist.
Or Matthew McConaughey.
But yeah, I mean, they're just constantly with this mushmouth thing. And honestly, like we were saying from the beginning, I don't get why you think you need to do this. I don't know. But let's see. Here
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Like
but
and follow us on YouTube for free so we can make millions.
Anybody can have a YouTube channel. Doesn't mean that you're really a podcaster.
Live from.
Okay, all right. But 5 seconds. Sorry. This is mind blowing. It's like do you understand what the criticism is? It's that YouTube didn't cost us any money.
Yeah, but yet we don't have a following.
But then they're
there
like,
yet.
get big on YouTube so you can make millions. Like, wait, there's a lot of those people. Do you not understand?
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
some of the most wealthy.
Well, and a lot of people that just like get a little stream of revenue going from a show or something like that. It's like they're like, this is fucking like totally outlandish to them. It's
I
like,
don't understand
why would you ever want to succeed on YouTube? It's free. All right, wait, go back 5 seconds again because I think we're getting to some
podcaster.
Live from. Live from their parents' basement. Radioville with Tom and Vinny. Get jazzy on. You're watching Radioville with Tom and Vinny on Live Heretic.
Okay.
Well, we'll use that later.
So I mean, how hilarious is it that they actually like contracted somebody to do that? Because it's always that same voice, and it's some guy they found. I don't know if they maybe met him or whatever the fuck. Like I said, Flamingo seems to be a DJ or in that world or something.
Seems like
you know. However, they keep getting these things produced, and now they made some for us.
Yeah. So thank you for that. That was a nice
it was just
gesture.
Live from your parents' basement, and I maintain this is some foreigner who's just fleecing them for all their podcast money.
Yeah, most likely.
But yeah, so
more than likely
they make these like professional drops for us, and here's the jokes on them. We'll actually use that.
Yeah,
we'll cut that out.
Oh yeah,
and we'll use it.
100%.
We're not paying anything for licensing, which he also explained. We needed to take a break, huh? All right, we're gonna take a break. We're going to do a few other things. And
sure.
And then we'll finish.
Or we come back to this. Fuck it.
Or just come right back to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that because Tom obviously has a UTI.
Yes.
And has to go. All
right, I got this.
What? You got break stuff?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna put Norm back on for the break. All right, we gotta be gone for a few minutes, and we'll be right back.
And I apologize. I realize what a strange thing that is to do. Take a break in a 3-hour show.
To be talking for an hour and 15 minutes and need to maybe just run out of the room for 2 minutes. But yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to be right back with more Flamingo and Lightning on Live Heretic or whatever the fuck is going on in this convoluted mess. But yeah, we'll be right back. Listen to Norm for a few.
It's my money. I earned it. Worked for Abernathy for 30 years. I think I'm entitled. You can tell in casinos the winners and the losers if you have a sharp eye, you know. And because the winners, man, they're on top of the world. They're singing, and you know, just you can tell by their body language if you're a student of body language, you know, which I am. And they're just walking, looking up. I wonder how much that chandelier costs. I think I'll try to buy that chandelier. That'd go good on my ceiling. But then you tell the losers, like, hey, I wonder what I get for these shoes. People always need shoes. That much I know. But listen, man, either the world is becoming very progressive and beautiful, or it's going to hell in a handbasket. I can't tell which. But there's this lady, Caitlyn, beautiful lady, Caitlyn Jenner. She's so beautiful. That's why I can't get over how beautiful she is. And I find find her timing couldn't have been worse because I am of an age where when I was a boy, they had the Olympics in '76, and she won the decathlon. She was the greatest athlete in the world. The greatest athlete in the world in 1976 was a lady. Isn't that amazing? So that would have been a great moment for the feminist movement if, they put the gold medal around. And I was like, by the way, I'm a lady. Well, God damn. The world's greatest athlete's a lady. Now back up. But the motherfucker waits till he's 65. Now, like if you're a 65-year-old man, is it that much different than a 65-year-old lady? What the fuck's the difference? Can you just wait an extra 15 years and die? Go through all that nonsense? I don't get it. I may become a lady. I was thinking about it. I would only do it under very certain circumstances. But, because one thing I was thinking, I suck at fucking basketball. Men's basketball. But I'll bet you women's basketball, I'd probably be a pretty good, sixth woman off the bench or something. First of all, I'm huge. I'm 6'2". I'm a giant. And they couldn't stop me because I'm a woman. See, when I was young...
I do believe that's a world record for us. What was that, 3.5 minutes or something?
Yeah, they got in Vinny's head.
Lightning got in my head. We can't be taking these long, fucking mysterious breaks. Fucking sniffing each other's socks. It's so weird.
Dude, I'm still doing that, and I don't give a shit.
But it's weird that, just to make something like that up completely, that, that's, I don't know. It just kind of creeps me out.
Grade school humor, though. This is what all of this reminds me of.
And he started this whole thing out about talking about how we're not in 5th grade anymore. And I know that's not his exact accent, but let's speed through some of these too here. Can I see the? You get it set up.
Back over here, or here you can just take this. Just I'll because I can control it from over here too.
Okay, cool.
Just mind.
You guys should see the state-of-the-art operation that's going on in the studio these days. There's a monitor right up here that I can see every little thing my heart desires on.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go, back into the Flamingo and Lightning. I forget where exactly we left off here. Oh, well, we'll just okay. They were doing our drops for us, and
yes. Connie says these people can't make a funny joke. Things make no sense. Sounds like a dumb kid trying real hard to make people laugh and keep failing. Oh my God, it's embarrassing. Holy Lord.
So, but that's not. Here's the thing: they don't do this to make people laugh or be successful. We're gonna go. Did we already tread over some of this? But hold on a second.
Make money.
We have.
Yeah, this is the where do they make money. So here, we have jobs. Go forward a couple clicks.
Help other people.
And help other people. Yeah.
Oh, back a couple. Sorry.
Have fun, and because we sit around and we cut up all the time.
This is why they do this show.
They started for money.
Yeah,
and they're claiming we started our show for money, which we probably said at some point.
I mean, we've joked about it.
It also sounds like a thing I would say because in the back of my head, ultimately, the goal is it would be awesome to be successul and do this
to
for a
make
living.
your living off of a production.
Oh yeah, it would be fucking great. But that's the goal. And anybody that says they wouldn't love that is lying. It's
or idiotic.
People put up this sort of insulation because
I don't want to do that because they don't think they will.
Because they don't think they have any chance. We at least think it's like Mr. Samsonite. So you're saying there's 1 in a million?
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. This is why they do their show.
And to help did it to help other people.
And to help other people. Yeah.
Oh.
And then they go to this. They're going into deep space for a minute here. And so they always bring it around to something serious. They do this a few times in the episode. But they do this to help other people, and it goes to this fucking thing. It's like a meditation video now, I guess. And this is like
The eye of the beholder.
Who likes stuff like this? Like a DJ from like the late 90s, maybe, right? Is that where, because I'm trying to peg where this guy's like tastes are coming from, you know? And
yeah,
it's that, like,
yeah, that's hard to pinpoint.
It's like the music he seems to be into is sort of like half dance, half trance.
Yeah,
like,
there's like a trance down tempo kind of feel.
I think this guy was heyday back then.
Hey, Flamingo,
you know?
I get down with it.
That's okay, whatever. Yeah, Tom likes that shit. You guys can hang out by the pool. They want you. They want you to do that really bad. Or it's me. I don't know what they mean anymore.
To hang out by the pool. Okay.
Yeah. Here's what. Then they just go into this thing, which of course it's got to be.
Hi, we're live here on Live Heretic. No, we're not in Studio Wait, but guess what? We're down here at Falcon Creek Boutique in Madisonville, Kentucky. These wonderful people, Joanne and Mark Odom. Guess what? They got 2 locations. One in downtown Madisonville, one in downtown.
Again, you just start watching it and you're like, okay. What? So they just go
locations of what?
In the middle of like trying to like rebut our whole thing and make fun of us. They're like, but look what we're really about. And this thing, I don't know, dude. It's like a thing
Sam
that
Henderson.
They give clothes to children. It goes on and on and on.
That we found about your charity event.
Well,
and I think the idea is they're giving them a free commercial. They're helping their community.
To who?
They're doing. There's these people.
Us?
These people run a clothing store and
yeah,
they
that's
do
fine.
something
But who
for
are they
kids
trying
or something.
to?
I don't
Who are
know.
they trying to get eyes? Like you don't.
I know. To our fans, they don't care.
Like, no, I don't know.
That's
like,
the only people that
you
are
don't
gonna
have
see
fans.
this.
We don't have fans.
Right.
These poor people are thinking that they got something.
You
that
just
they
went
didn't.
for your own sense of like self-importance. You just went and gave these people false hope that anything would come out of wasting an afternoon with you. You know what I mean? Like what, this is just, it reeks of self-importance. Absolutely reeks.
And they will give me some sizes and some ideas to make
And
sure
again,
that we
this.
have those items here, and
Just-
then they will get to come and shop. And
Shut up, you old fucking bat. I'd like to bash her in the head and steal her purse.
Whoa. She seems like a very
ladies
nice
and
woman.
gentlemen, look, Old Flamingo and Lightning here over at Live Heretic. We wanted to support Joanna and Mark and what they're doing, and we're going to give $1,000 donation so that 10 kids can come down here and get some clothes.
Whoa.
The fuck was that?
Now, I'm going to make one comment here. Well, 2 comments. One, the woman's apparently husband or something didn't get to say a word.
No,
he
fuck
just
that
sat
guy.
there and just
the backbone of the country,
chewed tobacco.
Mr. fucking Rust Belt here didn't get to say a fucking word.
But I gotta say, the Flamingo and Lightning, you look better. Why do you have your picture look like 2 fucking here?
And in that commercial we looked at originally,
That's what I'm saying.
You looked like Luscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the lighting's better here.
Something,
I don't know.
but yeah, okay. So I'll give you a little pat on the back here. You look fine here.
You
I don't
clean
know.
up
You
all
look
right.
Normal, yeah. What
sure.
the fuck is with the other image? I didn't understand.
Stop giving poor rural families false hope.
Sense of hope.
Yeah. Right,
Listen here, people, get your butts down here. They need some more. You better come do it. What do you think?
I love it. It's great. I'm going to cry, so I can't talk.
Shoot, that's awesome.
it's very emotional, and I very much appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate you.
So here's what they showed up at this place.
Gave them $1,000.
Gave them $1,000. Put it in their video bashing us.
Now, this is
a weird move, right?
Now, this is one thing. I've always hated the YouTube videos of people like filming themselves giving $500 to a homeless person because of course that homeless person's going to be overcome because they just got $500.
Sure.
But you just do that.
But what's
you don't record it.
What's the real object of the video in that situation?
Yeah, it's
is it to inspire
congratulate yourself.
To inspire other people to do it?
No.
Because that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that doesn't want to make their own video. You know.
Yeah,
So,
I've never liked that. So
no, dude, it's like I said,
it becomes empty. Then I don't know. It's
Right.
just a weird, self-congratulatory.
that is
like,
kind of
look
just
what I
like
did.
a black and white issue.
Yeah,
Like, it just doesn't look
You
good.
remember
to
the
do.
Mr. Show thing where he's like, "Oh no, I'm just doing a telethon or whatever." He's like, they're doing their monologue, and Bob Odenkirk comes out and he's jogging. He's got a thing. He's like, "Oh, I'm just doing a thing for blind kids or whatever." He's
Oh,
like,
right.
He's like, "Yeah, but
Yeah.
why are you doing it now?" He's like, "David, if you do charity and nobody knows, it's not charity or something.
What's the point?
What's the point or some shit? That was the whole gag, and then it went into he's reading trying to explain cartoons to blind children, and they're just like, yeah, I don't want to.
So on top of all your unnecessary production and licensing costs, you just went and gave $1,000 to the fucking American Gothic people. And, and I don't know what the point of any of it was.
Good job. I mean, selfless,
sure,
but also you recorded it, and it was a weird, so whatever. But kudos for giving your money to them, I suppose. That's cool.
Good job, I guess. Now,
I'm sure they were like, "Oh, cool, we get a fucking $1,000," and it wasn't to them. I'm taking it that 10 kids get $100 a piece to shop at their shop, though. So it's like
whatever you can buy in that town,
in that boutique. Yeah. What did I do with my?
You go to the.
I'm gonna get high.
Go to one of those gas stations that has 2 kinds of cigarettes.
Ooh, I'll take the pyramids.
Towns. Okay, so now, again, like I was saying before, they didn't just stick to us. They gave some of the super spreaders the business. And as you will recall, when we had the fateful encounter and Lightning and Flamingo called into the show live, and we had it out with them on the air, my sister Katie was sitting shotgun.
She was,
and she was there for the ride, so they couldn't leave her out of the thrashing. Well, let's see what they had to say about my sister. We've heard what they said about my mother.
Yes, we did.
We've heard what they said about you and your father.
And my father, yep.
And, apparently there's no boundaries here.
Okay.
And they're about to say something extremely offensive about my sister.
Oh, yeah, we did.
So they need to be glad because they've never actually had to work as a stripper. Okay.
Katie has.
Oh, absolutely. So Katie, she was rationalizing like all this stuff, and she talked shit about us a little bit too. But I think what Katie has to realize is us being on episode 5th versus maybe episode
episode 5th.
Okay.
Oh, Lightning.
Edit.
It's pre-recorded.
This is a production.
The fuck is wrong with you? Episode 5th. Okay.
That's insane.
40, if we were on episode 40, it's kind of like when she was 20 years old as a stripper, and now she's 80, so she's learned some things.
Yeah.
We're going to learn some things.
Give it up for Katie, folks. We're roasts.
All right, so let's track that.
So she's an old stripper.
We're on episode 40. They're on episode 5. So therefore,
they're on episode
5th. Katie was a stripper when she was 20, and now she's 80.
Yes.
So she's learned some things, and they're going to learn some things.
It tracks.
Again, what is this? What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Dude, I have to say, even as dumb as the shit that we listened to of theirs was at first, I have to say, when you see somebody does a whole hour on you, you go, fuck, I hope that nothing lands too well. And then halfway through it, I'm like, what?
This is just confusing.
I wish something would land better than it's happening. It would be fun to have a few things stick or something.
Yeah, something. Or something to actually bite back.
Or
There's
a dress. It just is nothing. It's just all
I don't get
weird.
it. It's very
and most of it is sexual about us and our families, and I don't know, man. It's a very odd thing they've done here.
Yes, but also well produced.
Oh, here's something. Okay, here's something that I feel like may be a valid criticism. They're going to talk a little bit about our temperament, I believe.
Now, Andrea finds now that she's 80 very funny.
Yeah, see, it's why go 80? Go 48. Something insulting, but in the ballpark-ish.
Something.
Because I think Katie's whatever she is, 47. Who is this? Hello?
Right.
Who's on
Hello?
Is somebody else calling too?
All right.
What is happening? I've never heard that noise before. All right.
Hold on there, JT. We're going to come back to you. We have another caller. Hold on one second.
Oh, do we know how to do this now?
I think so.
Nice. Yellow.
No. Yeah.
Yellow?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Quick conspiratorial take.
Okay.
So there's a staff meeting at this place when they're coming up with this episode weeks ago, and they're Christian as they claim, and their writers are going hard with the jokes, and they're like, we're uneasy with this. That's not our brand and stuff. And then they're like, yeah. But you just go do pre-confession to your priest and ask them what you have to do. And they came up with, you want to do the stripper and dead mother jokes. All you got to do is donate to charity. And then you're good. And then they were like, yeah. Yeah, I think we got this.
Yeah, you know what? That's true Bible Belt like convolution.
Logic. Yeah,
right,
that's the logic. All right, an angle we hadn't seen before.
All right, thank you very much.
We got
Brian.
another person to come.
Who else is on the line?
Come over here. So thank you for the call. We're gonna switch over here. Yo,
You're
what's
on
up,
Radioville.
Hello?
Hey guys.
Hi.
Good to hear you again.
Oh, Thanks. Good.
It's JT out here in New Mexico.
Hey.
And I was anyway. There's so much shit to say about the cuck flamingo and the lightning.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if you can hear that and know what it means. But she seems like the type of person that would return her shoes for not being exactly the same because they're not both left-footed.
Are you trying to get a writing, Jesus Christ, am I trying to get on the show? Are you trying to get a writing job on Flamingo and Lightning right now? Is that the object here?
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to write for them.
Yes.
Because I could do it both-handed at the same time.
And it would probably be better.
Just like the miracle worker Houdini.
You think you could write?
It would be.
You could write a joke simultaneously with your right and left hand. You know what? Honestly, 1,000 monkeys at 1,000 typewriters. It is just such gibberish and random
it would
thoughts.
probably sound about the same.
There's probably people that
She
could do
wouldn't
it, yeah.
know which direction to start.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got a couple more
And
things
I
to cover.
believe her eyes would go in both directions as it works its way from the sun.
Well,
all right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
Anyway,
all right, we're going to
so
talk to them
that's-
for see if they have any positions open, and we will.
Yeah. Get your people in touch with my people.
I
My
will, yes.
people, they sit down at the corner, and you'll know them because they got a cardboard box in their hand that says "Save Flamingo from the fucking abuser."
All right. Yes. All right,
like that.
Mr. Tang. We'll
boy.
talk to you next time.
Hey, by the way.
Okay.
There's
So that was actually that was the head writer for the Flamingo and Lightning.
Yes, he was calling in to.
So here we go. This is actually give me one click forward, please. And there we go. That's good.
A meaningful conversation outside of a scripted comedy bit that you all do with a dick in a box named David. Okay.
They're saying we can't have any meaningful conversations outside of scripted stuff that we do with the Dick in the Box, David. It's like it's so none of this makes any sense.
Yeah,
Everything
because
you
there
do
was
is
never-
planned and like
Yeah, and also you watched a bunch of our shit. We've never done that.
right, like
it doesn't.
we do a script once in a while as a gag. And it's like
Yeah. Like we do skit. Like we do.
Of all of the legitimate criticism, you found none of it.
Yeah.
Oh
this
my
is very
god,
odd.
dude. Here we go.
Okay?
Right.
So then when you're watching that, when you're trying to talk to you and you're watching your screen, and I'm like, hey, Vinny, or hey, Tom, by the time that I hear the audio to what the
So they're talking about when they called us.
These
how
motherfuckers
they're-
drunk.
Yeah, they're drinking for sure. But they are talking about when they called us and they called us the wrong names or whatever here.
video is, then usually Vinny would be talking, but I'm just now hearing Tom's audio and your names are backwards anyhow. And then I'm like, okay, Tom. And you're like, I'm not Tom, I'm Vinny. And then it's like, okay, I'm not Vinny, I'm Tom. And then it's like, okay,
And then when you
Tom.
called it to their attention, they were like, oh, yeah, we are fucked up.
Yeah, right. And it's like, all right, dude, I can respect that. If you're really that mad and that hostile about it, you're that upset, I'm sorry for whatever's going on in your life that we have nothing to do with.
Okay, now that I think might be one legitimate criticism.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, watch it.
We came at them so ridiculously angry.
Yeah, but also
it was
watch it.
It was somewhat for the show, somewhat.
There's always 70 things going on in both of our lives that we pissed about.
And
So
it was somewhat of just
You are correct.
the inner turmoil and and whatever. Yeah, so you got us there. That's fine. We were
Good job.
We were extremely volatile.
Yeah, we always are.
And I
It's
wish
just our nature. We're both assholes.
Let's see if they go into that anymore. Wait,
You
sorry.
know?
Well,
and listen, we got you, bros. What do you need? We're here to help you.
Yeah.
All right, we can
We'll
help
get
you.
your resume in order.
$1,000.
Yeah. I hit off that bottle you have.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you're just giving out thousos, you know, fucking stop by the old Radioville studio.
Yeah, what were you calling thousands at one point? Blinkins.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
That was back in the drinking
Blinken.
days. So, yeah, yeah. If you're breaking off Blinkins, just fucking hit us up, dude. That's what we want.
Yeah, we want a couple Blinkins.
Actually, you know what? Show us you're the bigger show. Venmo me $1,000.
Yes,
and show everyone what you did. And everyone will know that you won this.
That's a good point,
right?
Well,
sorry, I didn't mean to look you in the eye.
Depends. There may have to be more.
Yeah, okay.
But
1,000
do that
each.
first.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it'll get you by for a few weeks at least.
We've already shown you we can help you with views. What else can we do?
Right.
We'll do
$1,000.
Yeah.
Whatever we need. Tommy and Vinny, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside.
I don't know what that was, but that's about to go into an Eminem song, so we can't play that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's like, why? Why do you go into it and then they play the whole? It's like not even just like for some kind of weird joke. And also, what is "Meet Me Outside"? Is that a reference to the "Cash Me Outside" thing?
No, I think that's two trailer park girls go round the outside.
Yeah, that's round the outside.
I know, but he was
it's
saying it
like,
wrong. That's all.
Meet me outside. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right,
It
you
makes
know what
no
I mean?
sense.
I don't get. I don't know.
Two
but-
trailer park girls go meet me outside. Meet me
Right, yeah.
outside. Meet me outside.
Two Kentucky ass fools say meet me outside for no reason 3 times, and then we get confused.
Yeah.
So speaking of
This is confusing,
Speaking of the rap world, maybe it's just because we don't understand like the world of like hip hop disses and shit like that.
Maybe.
Because you're not gonna believe this, and I don't know if I already told you this or not, but this is a treat for all of us. This whole thing ends with Flamingo having like a whole fucking 8 Mile moment.
Oh,
about
what?
us. Yeah. So did I not tell you this? Here, give us one click forward if you could. Sorry, we're like a fucking sniper team.
Yeah,
here.
fucking A.
Click to the right. Yeah. So here's what ends up happening, and I wish we could just do the entire thing. We're gonna move on in a minute. But yeah. So this is some true talent. I think you know music,
Yeah.
right? Let's just see what you think.
Let's hear it.
A letter that I write to Lightning.
You actually wrote me, yeah. You wrote me nice letters.
I wrote you a
Yes,
letter,
did.
and you know what? I even put it to a beat so that it would be like the
Get on
beatnik,
with
you know,
it.
like
You live together.
So I married an axe murder. You remember, like, dum, dum, dum,
Okay.
dum, dum, woman.
And he says he's put it into like a beatnik thing. He's gonna do like but then he does nothing even remotely similar to that.
Woman.
Yeah, we all remember that way overrated, stupid fucking movie.
I don't.
I have a letter. I'm just stating for the record for everyone that
Okay.
Flamingo will not be becoming a rapper. That is not the next project or next phase of this project here. Okay, so
Okay.
So Lightning,
Good, 'cause we were
the guy,
confused.
Steve, everybody else, y'all can be
Now
rest
that
assured
now
that
everyone
I'm
listening
gonna
to you
become rappers, okay?
understands.
But you have so much
Flamingo
talent.
does like to write letters, and I wrote this letter to Lightning.
Oh
So
my
here's
God,
the
we
letter.
get it. All right.
Dear love of my life, Lightning. There's some people that I need to tell you about.
All right, I'm about to vibe
Write it
out.
down the best that I can. Tom and Vinny or Tom, it's okay that they still live with their mom. They came to our house, and yes, they did beat us down, but we're still in their faces dressed as clowns. Our sounds are selected, and our artists are respected. I don't.
Was that a selected? Our sounds are selected. Our artists are
bring it down.
respected. Nobody
I'm gonna bring it back
knows.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
Still in their faces dressed as clowns.
That's because we made fun of them for looking like juggalos. Because it's another thing that
'cause
makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
just in
It's
your-
on your fucking picture.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
on, and you're on Live Heretic, and you're juggalos, and we live in each other's basements, but also with our parents. But our parents don't know where we are.
Yes.
And they don't know each other. And yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Our sounds are selected, and our artists are respected. I don't know why they're mad. I guess they're feeling neglected.
Look at this. They made a fucking and not bad with the legs there, light. But for a lady of a certain age, I mean, she looks all right. But they made a whole fucking.
Yeah, no, she looks good. Congratulations, Chris.
They made a whole thing, and not that this took a long time, but look at the weird obsession.
Well, I don't know why the R is a P, but it says Polioville. Oh, Polioville? I don't.
Polio, is that a thing? Oh, I didn't even notice
Yeah,
that,
I think
dude. They got us again, I guess. Polio.
I don't know what that says, but okay.
Or is
Yeah.
it
There's
chick- is
David
it-
Box.
Is it pollo? Is it supposed to be Spanish for chicken?
Oh yeah,
or-
Polioville.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be.
Oh,
I
yeah,
never know what they're doing.
Pollo.
Oh, and look, David Box
I know,
is poking
David
his head
Box.
out. Yeah. All right, here
Guy
we go.
named Skinny Pete Vinny, and this other one that's a wannabe Joaquin.
Okay, so you're Skinny Pete and I'm Joaquin because it's always reversed.
Yeah.
Right? And that I mean, do I look like Joaquin Phoenix?
Skinny boy Pete?
I don't even know
is
what
he
that
talking
guy
about?
looks like.
Pete Davidson?
No, from fucking Breaking Bad. Skinny Pete.
See, I never watched it.
Jesse, what's his name? His friend. Which, if anything, just call us both of them. Go with the Jesse and Skinny Pete. You know what I mean? Like what? Like I don't know. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
They call themselves Radioville, and they're like on episode 43, but they still don't know how to work their machines. Yeah, they're making fun of lightning. Yeah.
Do we have to pause for a call here?
We can. All right.
Because, yeah, these are all. It's all coming from the same place because we're doing it live.
Control.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
I was jittering and it was all right. What is going on here?
Yellow, you're on with Tom and Vinny. What's up?
Yes, hello. This is 8-star General Critchlow calling in.
Okay, what's going on?
8 stars. All
Also,
right, you're gonna have to give some of those back.
Certified forklift driver.
Okay, congratulations, General. What's going on?
Hey, I haven't called in a while. My caller restriction has been lifted, obviously.
Not for long, sir.
Yeah, I mean we're
with
like literally in the middle of fucking listening to something. What do you want?
Yeah, I know you guys are. When are you guys gonna get off this fucking flamingo and fucking lightning?
Dude,
this is it.
It's been like 8 weeks of you guys just ranting.
You know what you did? You literally just stood up in the grand finale of the fireworks show and declared you're leaving to beat traffic. That's what happened. You fucking asshole. You sat out there on a picnic blanket all fucking day,
enjoying yourself
with your family, just for when the thing that everybody wants to happen and the whole grand finale. You fucking stand up like an asshole and tell everybody it's time to go. Yeah.
Unplug it with your foot.
Start putting your hand over people's eyes.
Audio just goes out.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, whoops. Well, I gotta
I think as standing mayor, I'm gonna have to pull the plug on this, boys. It's done.
Okay. Well,
done for the night.
We'll talk to you later. We're almost done. All right. He might be right, but we're almost done. Here we go.
Yeah, we all know you can't read. I mean, Magic 8 Ball, tell me, what do you see? When you need some views, roast Studio Wii.
And what is this thing they're always saying? Studio Wii, I guess they're in. I don't know. Dude, they have so many things, and nobody knows what any of it is. It's like, these are things that you have to develop.
These are inside, you can't just have them.
Everything we talk about with the people that know what we're talking about, that's just shit that developed in the chat, or we were joking about, or whatever.
Yeah,
we didn't just
seal milk. I could throw out seal milk, somebody's going to know
people
what the fuck
who know.
Yeah, they know.
They know the benefits, and they know why.
Yes.
You know? I'm a flamingo man with a gap in my tooth. We've got kangaroo DJs in a cubicle booth. That guy Vinny, he's hostile and Tom is unstable.
We're hostile and unstable. Okay, that's like the first thing he's hit on this entire time. Yeah, and that's something we'll never get an argument about. We've talked, and you probably know that because you've watched a lot of our show. And you've seen our admissions and our us lamenting ad nauseum about our own hostile and volatile tendencies.
It's what we are. We embrace it, but also hate it.
All right, here we go.
I want to tell that guy, back to your job, David, under the table.
Oh, they got a printout.
Radioville, they got no ticket.
They printed out David Box's face and they're fucking him in a box. What the fuck?
I'm bringing it back. All right, hit it.
That guy Vinny, he's hostile and Tom is unstable.
By the way, I'm pretty sure he said hostile with an F.
He did. I'm gonna go back.
All right.
Jay's in a cubicle booth. That guy Vinny, he's hostile and Tom is unstable.
He said hostile. His file. Hey, don't quit your day job.
Also, hold on. Also, re-record it.
I know, dude.
You're fucking recording this with a beat.
It's not the days of like.
If you say fucking hostile,
yeah.
Just do it again.
Try it again. Honestly, if you're recording on any sort of digital software, which you 100% are, that's what everyone is doing, you can just stop right when you make the mistake, back it up 2 seconds, and pick up right where you left off. It's very easy.
And like spit it out after that. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck up hostile, then back it up and be like hostile. You know what I mean? Oh, but you know what I'm saying? Like get it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And I like how you fucking screamed way too loud into the mic in your explanation of how to say hostile. Nothing pisses us off more than mispronouncing our favorite words.
Yes.
But no, so, and then also, I don't get the thing of like, I hate it when people, you're not rapping, you're not doing anything. It's just,
I mean, it's filler.
It's just very oddly non-committal. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
No, I will say this, though. The fucking production, whatever he's doing this on, I like that.
What,
I mean,
the video?
If it was like some sort of...
Isn't that just like a screensaver? Is that not?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it's just some sort of... you just pick out different options and they play. But
right,
I'm saying it's it's decent. It
It's
looks
dope.
cool.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Yeah, I am watching it.
I want to tell that guy, back to your job, Dave,
Yeah.
under the table. Radioville, they got their tickets sold. They need to get that stripper off the mic and tell her to get her ass back on the pole.
Damn,
Yep.
Katie, they're talking about you. Are you gonna let them get away
Yes.
with that? Holy shit! You better go over to the
Yeah.
YouTube channel and
You gotta
make your
go to
voice
Kentucky.
heard. And by the way, part of having a fucking super spreader army, you assholes, is go to this video and talk shit or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be
no
serious,
shit.
but make a let's
make
our
your voice
presence known.
heard.
Yeah, the fuck.
Down in that basement, I know it's got to get cold. But here's something that Dad once told.
Shit.
Be kind to people. Be the best you can be. If you roast from love, that's comedy. Radioville's 40 episodes deep and their tank's on E. We got you, bros. What do you need?
$1,000.
I can't believe that we have to explain it to you, but Flamingo is a man, Lightning has boobs.
Oh, he intentionally misrhymed because he led you into thinking it was going to say is a girl.
Right. Yeah.
That was okay. That's the first thing that you've done on this fucking song that merits any recognition at all.
Any sort of even just acknowledgement that it happened. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
So nice work.
It
Milk
is just
toast-
kind of. It is just
MC
kind
Milk Toast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is just like blah. It's just that you
Yeah.
can't really do a lot with it. But all right, we're almost done,
Endeavor
guys.
Circus gave your show a boost, but this just in so that no one has to lose. Here and now, in the spirit of peace, we donated $1,000 to Falcon Creek Boutique to help put shoes on children's feet. So spin it up, brother, guys, and drop that beat. See, I don't know how long that took, but there ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
What happened? How long? What took? What did we do?
I don't
I don't
know.
know what that was.
Halfway crooks?
And again, we saw you give the $1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations.
Good job.
That's great. We're not doing that ever. That's not happening.
Yeah.
You're watching Radioville.
Now that looked like he threw us the mic.
With Tom and
that may be
Vinny.
the only thing that ever happens with them again is that I might have to record a track at some
Oh,
point.
yeah.
But yeah,
Dude,
so there we
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. We'll come up with some shit. All right, let me see that.
This is the very last thing.
Oh, here we go. We're at fucking 3 hours anyway.
Are we? Yeah, whatever. I knew this would take things over, but this is the very. We might as well just do the outro.
Let's hear it. Or let's
So
see.
yeah, this is the. All right, now finally they made a joke. Here we go.
Okay. What I would like to know is we made this donation in the spirit of good.
Again,
comedy
bringing it up.
Radio
Yeah.
For this roast, get to help some people out.
But wait, what did he? Listen to why he said they made the donation. Give me a clickety click. There we go.
What I would like to know is we made this donation in the spirit of good comedy between us and Radioville for this roast.
So now we're a part of the donation. They made it like in our
Oh,
name.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I do. I do like giving.
How bizarre, right? It's
Yeah,
just
but we like giving, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
I'm glad
good
to be a
job, guys.
part
That's
of this
great. Yeah.
and give to the
I
community,
guess.
your community.
It's weird, but it's cool. Yeah.
Roast, get to help some people out. If you would like to be a guest on the Flamingo and Lightning Show,
There you
please
go.
fill out the guest registration form at liveheretic.com.
And you can talk about Tom and Vinny. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
We
If
should-
you would like to be a guest on Radioville with Tom and Vinny, please fill out the guest registration form at liveheretic.com.
Flamingo!
He did it. He sunk one.
They made
Fucking
it.
A,
But,
dude.
okay.
Nothing but net.
But that was actually a joke.
Yeah,
That
I
might have
know.
been for the first time in the entire
that made
episode.
sense. There was
that
a fucking,
was like
there was a misdirection.
there was a misdirection. There was a punchline.
Yeah.
there was a setup.
Fucking
it
not
was
bad,
all
boys and
there.
girls.
It was
Not
all
bad.
there.
Yeah.
And then all right. So last.
Live from their parents' basement, Radioville with Tom and Vinny.
In honor of Radioville and the Flamingo Lightning Show, we live Heretic. What we want to do is Tony and Steve are now going to get a little cat scratch fever and put a little DJ.
Don't smoke catnip.
Okay, I
Dude
don't
is
know.
hammered.
Yeah, it's so now they're gonna do it some song or I don't know. So yeah, that's it. Very good. Thank you guys.
Shit, thank you for holding in.
For-
And dude, we got people. So I mean, they were. I think they were digging it.
So that is.
So yeah, apparently
that is the
these
latest.
motherfuckers just made a whole episode about us and really didn't even
Dude, that's the
make
weird.
any sense with it.
Isn't it the weirdest thing? Like, because you
Yeah.
know, like even as
Shut up, Tom.
even as a don't get me started sniffing your socks, buddy.
Yeah.
You'll never get me out of your basement. But no, as as little as I kind of worried initially, it is weird when you see somebody that did a whole hour about you. You're like, God, you cringe a little listening to it, hoping they don't really fucking hit anything that
They didn't.
Nope. It was just.
They didn't nick an artery. They didn't.
Dude, have you ever played Minesweeper? Have you ever played Minesweeper? That old, the program.
I know of it. I never
and like sometimes you would pull up a puzzle and just click wildly like 15 times in a row and just not hit any bombs. Just that's what they fucking did. It was just like,
but way less.
But the bombs
impressive.
are jokes in this situation.
Yeah, you want to hit the bombs on this one,
right?
And
So
somehow they danced around every bit of humor they could have.
So that's the Flamingo and Lightning show. Thank you very much for trying, guys. That was great.
Yeah, no, that was good, man. Everyone here, let's get some applause for them.
For them,
studio
for
audience.
participating. Okay. The mayor is not banned. I'm going to the chat now.
Yes.
The mayor just has a tendency to call right in the middle of stuff and not when we're just floundering looking for something to do. Then nobody calls.
Yeah.
It's like
anytime we have dead space, dead air, it's just crickets. And then we'll get right in the mid swing of something.
And then somebody
they're
calls.
like, oh, hey, it's like the golf swing. It really is. It's like you're in your backswing and then they just honk their horn.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what the fuck? And then you're just discombobulated. You can't.
Somebody just calls like, hey, have you ever been to the Johnny Cash Museum?
Like, no.
What?
We're in the middle of something.
Okay, now let's prioritize. I know there's a few things here you really wanted to do, right?
Is there?
Or it's up to you. You had a movie trailer you wanted to play for me. You had we just spent a bunch of time watching stuff, but you had
Let's
TikTok.
Okay, so this is
okay.
I'm wondering what you'll think of this, and I know what I think of it, but
chances are I'll be.
This is this is a movie trailer.
Okay.
That I saw today, and Critchlow's not the mayor, but anyways, so let's get a little volume. We have it probably on here. Let's watch. Oh, here, wait. I don't have it.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Okay, that said Winnie the Pooh Productions.
Yeah.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
And why am I so special?
Because soon we'll be Christopher and Mary Robin.
What? So this is Christopher Robin
We're not going
of Winnie the Pooh, and he's bringing his fiancée to meet Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and them, I guess. This is the premise, I suppose, no.
Okay.
Find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, we were friends for many years, and they're out there.
Christopher.
Are they dead? Oh,
we
they're
need
dead.
To leave.
Oh my God.
Now.
I really need to find out what's
This is what would happen. Oh yeah, and they lost their will to live, probably. Uh-oh. What the fuck was that?
That was Piglet murdering.
Okay. So one thing I don't understand about this, speaking of licensing and all this shit, how can you just make this movie? Did somebody have to buy the rights to this and the name and stuff? Like this seems like a weird project that somebody would come up with but not be able to get done. Like, how does this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's not one of the questions I even had, but yeah, that's a good question though. I'm just wondering.
I think it's a great idea.
Do you?
Yeah, you don't?
No.
Really? Why not? Okay, look. Here you go. It's just classic horror movie stuff.
We need to go. There's Laura's dead. There's someone else outside.
I mean, it's all right. Here's what it is. It's like Bubba Hotep. It's whatever. It's just the it's the tongue-in-cheek, like,
I guess,
silly horror thing.
I suppose. I was watching it earlier and I was just appalled by the idiocy. I was just like, what the fuck? They're really running out of anything to do in Hollywood.
Yeah,
like, there's nothing.
I mean,
there's nothing left. They're like, okay, we need horror movie ideas, and someone's like, Winnie the Pooh, and they're like, I guess
it reminds me of like a thing an idea I would have like in high school, getting stoned and trying to like make up something creepy.
Yeah, maybe.
I always had an idea when I was a kid about maybe this actually happened. Was there like ever like a bad Batman that murdered people? Because that's what I wanted.
I mean, in the comics there was.
There was.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't read
there's
comic
like
books.
A fucking million.
I wanted Batman, but I didn't want to read comic books.
Yes.
You know.
All right, that's enough of that.
All right, whatever. That's I get that. I get it. I don't know. I think we were gonna do. Yeah, you had a bunch of this shit like the Libs of TikTok thing. The choir,
we can get into that.
Sam Harris and Hot Milk. John
Harris.
McWhorter. We had the Joe Biden video.
Yeah, but these things we don't have to get to now. These are not time sensitive. But we can.
Well, just pick one. I don't care.
Yeah.
You got that thing up.
Oh, here's one. Choir.
Yeah, the choir. See, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what the fuck I watched and you'll see by the caption.
Okay.
Neither did this person, but
what is it?
I'm not exactly sure, but let's take a look at it.
So it looks to me like we've got a nice little church choir here.
It does, doesn't it?
Is that right?
Yes. Let me see if I can get a better view of this. Yeah, let's play this.
Okay.
All right. Let me make sure we got volume. Yeah. So I didn't really understand
it's gonna
what.
Start from the. You gotta. Yeah. There you go. Is that an illusion?
So.
They better have redone the words to be about Jesus. Because we watch these once in a while, and
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your robes. I'm getting so hot.
wait a second.
It's getting hot in here.
So take off all your robes. Hot. Take my robes off. Dude.
Okay,
fire.
why? What the fuck was that about?
I don't know. Who did
Aren't you supposed to change it to like be about hell, like
something?
Yeah, like it's getting hot in here because of all my sins.
My favorite part of this though is right here.
So hot because I sin too much.
So here,
like they're supposed to be like that.
This woman that when she's saying it's getting so hot, they close in on this one lady and just she looks so exasperated. Now watch after this. No.
It's getting hot in here, so take off
This
all
lady.
your robes.
Hot.
Well, she's acting. You know, that's just how you sell it.
Yeah.
But where did they? Oh, there's so many weird things out there. You know, and this being one of them. That who thought this would be entertaining? to anyone?
Well, why is this on film? Or why is this captured on anything?
Well,
really?
would you not film that if you saw it?
I guess.
I've filmed a lot of things that were not nearly that entertaining.
What
Just
else do
myself
we have?
walking around town.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Talking
Let's look at this guy.
Okay.
Let's take a quick gander at
Yeah,
this
we're just
man.
running through a bunch of videos for you guys. Here
Yeah,
we go.
why not? We'll just go to the. Let's take a look at what this gentleman.
Oh, this dude's
What
like
did he do?
this guy is, in my opinion, somewhat of a hero. And you'll see. I mean, a normal person doesn't do this. I don't
No.
think.
Now,
and
when
maybe,
he start- when
injured, horribly if they
Yes.
attempted it.
But did he? Okay, well, we'll just watch it first.
Okay. All right, he's drunk, stumbling around. He's gonna hit somebody with the stool.
Oh,
he jukes him. He's got no look. He's looking around.
He's like, "Am I cut?"
He goes, yeah, and he's looking, but do you see he looks around like, why is nobody else cheering? Like he's got no idea that this is going to be a problem, that people are not going to be into this. You know, it's like,
I think he's got cuts.
oh, of course, he's got to, right?
Yeah. You gassed yourself.
But I just love that moment where he looks so confused, like,
yeah, he's like super into it. He thinks everyone else is gonna be like,
Right?
"Fuck yeah!"
it's just like, dude,
What the fuck?
this is why
I like how he fake hugs him though, and then does the fucking move.
you have to go back to rehab.
Yeah. It's like, come here, man. Just kidding, motherfucker.
Boom. I like that he's dressed like Steve from Blue's Clues too.
It's like, oh shit.
He's Steve from Blue's Clues with Flamingo's head.
Yeah, he is. Oh, you're fucked, Steve.
So what happened to the Libs of TikTok thing? I keep trying to go to that.
Oh, all right.
Or the Joe Biden thing or something. I don't know.
Well, this was just an article from Libs of TikTok. Or not an article. This was a tweet that I saw.
Okay.
And it says, Charlie Crist just picked Carla Matz as his running mate for governor. Okay. So
now,
then,
what does that mean? Because, all right, so anybody who hasn't followed,
Charlie
the
Crist is
Libs of
apparently
TikTok was a TikTok channel that just made fun of, like, crazy,
Yeah, we used to watch it all
crazy
the time.
people. We used to watch it. And so they got kicked off of TikTok, right?
They got kicked off of Twitter.
Or Twitter.
or they got frozen or some shit, and now they just got kicked off of TikTok because they go after the wrong people.
Yeah, they go after the left.
And they're called hateful. But this one was so Charlie Crist is apparently a gubernatorial candidate. Where, I do not know, but I'm about to find out. And I think, I want to say, now that I'm thinking, we just saw this.
It was Florida, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Dade County. So she's the president of the teachers union who covered up for a teacher who pled guilty to sexual assault of a student.
Yeah.
There were allegations against him for 12 years, and the union she was in charge of protected him. So this is middle school teacher.
Dude, this stuff
guilty.
it's crazily common.
Yes.
Like I've mentioned before, this happened at my high school. I'm pretty sure that the one dude who went down famously and publicly from my high school was like assistant band teacher, and the main band teacher was like claiming he had no knowledge. It's like you all fucking knew.
Yeah.
It was going on for like 20 years. It's
Idiotic.
like they're all fucking
Yeah, so
this is usually the case.
So apparently it was this gentleman. I don't know. Here's an article detailing how Carla Matt's protected. I just thought this was pretty interesting. How did this middle school teacher stay so long while girls said he was blah, blah, blah. So horrific stuff. This teacher was charged with molesting and raping kids and might have even impregnated a student while Carla Matz protected him for years. Now, I don't know if she did, but I'm inclined to believe it just because it's juicy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
I'm
written down.
It's lascivious activity. That piques my interest. And it's unfounded claims, and I like that. And it is unsubstantiated allegations. And all three of these things
Is
I like.
it though? But it's coming from the Miami
Yeah, now this is the
Herald,
Miami
right?
Herald.
Yeah.
That changed when Miami-Dade School Police arrested Nibs in 2017. Set to stand trial in June on charges that he sexually assaulted 2 students inside the private office of his classroom.
Mhm.
One girl said she believes he may be the father of her child.
So what's the point? That
well, then now this is she. Now she has been picked for running mate of this gubernatorial of Charlie Crist, and people are saying, "Wait, what?"
Okay, yeah,
because apparently she's been protecting pedos because they towed the company line in these teachers' unions that they were.
Odd for government and pedophilia to intersect.
It really is, and that's
you
why
know?
I found it so interesting because this is so uncommon and unheard
So why
of.
do they keep doing shit like this?
I don't
It's
know.
Like, you think about these like giant political teams that are out there and stuff, and it's like
don't protect the fucking teacher that got his junior high student pregnant.
The fucking stupid newspaper
that's going
that,
to come out in the future, and it's going to be bad optics.
The stupid newspaper that doesn't even try.
Yeah,
expose
like,
this.
now we can't ignore it anymore. So here's a story.
And you thought you were going to get it past like the internet and Reddit,
Yeah,
and
like, what
and
the fuck
fucking
are you doing? You're
4chan and
now
shit.
you're
like-
embroiled in a political sex scandal.
Yeah.
Now this is going to plague your campaign.
They
What
keep
were you
doing
thinking?
this, and
Stop.
so I guess
and don't pick her.
I guess the thing is that they're that this must be a Democrat, right? Or else this channel wouldn't have published it. But
Yeah, I
okay.
guess. I mean, I don't care. That's a good point. That's not even mentioned. I don't know who any of these people are. I still think they're fucking abhorrent.
Right. Yeah.
They're fucking yeah. I just don't do this.
What was the
and also don't be in fucking charge if you're gonna do this. Like, let's stop letting this go on. What
No,
the
and
fuck are
apparently
we
it's really
doing?
well documented too.
Yeah,
Like,
well, students filed complaint after complaint against him. Nibs rose in the teachers' union inner circle. Of course he did. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Okay, so anyways, yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Just a little side story of political intrigue and sexual scandals.
just something to keep aware of out there,
children.
ladies and gentlemen. Really, this
And
was this
children.
This segment was just about raising awareness.
Yeah, we
help-
just want to look.
and
We want to
helping
give
people.
back.
Look, you know what? I want to give you guys each $1,000. Okay, let's just
I
cut to
want
the
to.
chase in the spirit of comedy.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. That's a good point.
So
I didn't understand that when he said that. But
I
go
don't
on.
know, dude. Yeah,
I
and
don't
we're
wanna step on your
100%.
bit.
We're 100% filling out that guest form. by
Oh,
the way.
absolutely. All right, I think we're at 3.
Do you want to go or what?
Yeah.
I don't know. You had a bunch of shit here. I just feel bad that we took up all the time with.
Oh, no.
but,
I don't. Yeah, that was all
you had
just
little boy shaming. You want to end on any of this? Novak Djokovic and there's a bunch of shit we were going to yell about.
Sure. All right.
You can pick the Joe Biden gaffes. That's always fun for everybody. It's just like wholesome fun, you know.
It is. All right, let's pick one. Let's quit fucking around here. You know.
Yeah, I think I was kind of tired after the whole the whole battle.
Yeah, that
As
was
you
a
come
battle.
back from
we
war,
were embroiled
you know?
in a heated battle with another podcast, a competing podcast with similar following, except less.
Yeah, less of the
Somehow.
market share.
All right, let's get into this, folks. I'm about to get serious. I'm about to put on the old
Tom's
serious.
picking the last thing. What is it?
All right.
Yeah, what is it? What do we got? Is it
all right. Let's just what?
Come on.
Oh, because I did that. All right, now let me just.
I see we have a picture of what is that? A little girl?
Young lady.
Young lady.
And it's so hold on a second. Why the fuck? Yeah, okay. So this was a post that I saw somebody repost.
Okay.
And I thought it was odd.
What a day to be! What a day! Age to live in. See, somebody posts something, and then somebody else reposts it,
And then it comes to me. And it comes to my attention.
I gotta get on this internet.
And I have a platform.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick this apart real quick. Okay, so I clicked on it and it says dress code 2022. What? I was talking to my friend last night about her going back to school. I asked her what she was going to wear the first day back.
Is a kid writing this?
I think so. She didn't know because of the dress code. This is a public school, the same school I would attend if I went to school, the school my parents pay property taxes for. She can't wear a tank top or a shirt with your midriff showing because it's a distraction to the boys. Mad faces. I could not wear the shirt in this photo. Okay, let me see. Okay, to school?
That's not a shirt.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think. I don't know.
No, it's a tie-dye bra now. Yeah. The shirt in this photo. A girl dressed in...
Is she Sue Ellen Mishke or something? Like, you think that's a shirt?
I don't... Okay, so a girl... Yeah.
I have to do... I wore my Seinfeld shirt. It's like my fifth Seinfeld reference for today.
That's a funny reference, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
The braless
a girl
wonder.
dressed in clothes that make her comfortable is a distraction. Okay, now listen. I don't care if the girl walks into school in a bikini. Teach the boys girls are not sexual objects. Teach the boys to control themselves. All caps.
They must stifle their biological urges.
Stop teaching girls to shame their bodies in fear of being a sexual object. No girl is ever a sexual object. Boys are distracted because they are not taught how to handle themselves, not because what a girl is wearing. Start holding boys accountable. End the programming. Stand up for your children's rights. Why have we allowed this to happen so long? Now, let's get into this.
Okay.
What the fuck are you talking about? So you think that if you send you... This is not a dress code that says if you do wear a bikini to school, all bets are off. What they're saying is boys at that age are fucking walking hard-ons.
Yeah.
It's a learning atmosphere. And boys already can't not have a fucking boner. What you don't understand is being a boy around fucking 12 or 13.
Yeah.
A girl could wear sexy fucking sneakers and you're fucking blowing a load in your pants. It just doesn't make any sense to you.
I mean, you could literally just come in wearing like 14 burlap sacks.
It doesn't matter. We're going to pick out an outline.
It's going to happen.
It doesn't matter. It's not because they're not taught how to... It's called hormones, and their body is coursing with testosterone for the first time. What you're doing is saying that boys should feel shame for what they are naturally feeling.
Right, yeah.
And so... What you're doing is turning this around into an actual shame.
And of course, nobody should be assaulting you or anything like that. But they're gonna mention it. They're gonna look.
Yeah, they're gonna look. And also, don't go to school in a bikini or a fucking bra with what you're wearing.
Or do.
But if the school says we don't want that because it's distracting to people's learning, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not saying that you should be shameful for something. You're fucking kids.
Who's on the line?
Anyways, hey, you're on with Tom and Vinny. What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
So it is telling girls that they should modify the way they behave
Oh my
to
God.
make things easier for boys.
It is, yes.
It's exactly what it's saying.
Yes.
Also, I just read a thing. They did a study of college-aged men where they showed them pictures of scantily clad girls and mapped their brains. And the areas of the brain that lit up were ones that mostly are related to tools.
Okay.
And the ones that are related to the human connection barely lit up at all, which honestly almost never happens.
Well, how would you map their brains when they're having a conversation with a girl who's interesting? And if you want them to have some thoughts that aren't sexual about a person, don't just show them a picture of a scantily clad woman, because that's a masturbation tool. That's not a person.
Yeah.
That's not a person. And that doesn't mean that a guy is like incapable of having more complex thoughts for women, right? I mean,
Yeah, but also we're talking about
how they think of women, though.
it's not how they think of women, it's how they think of a picture of a scantily clad woman.
That's different.
Yes,
that's different.
That's a tool.
Your brain is going to react differently to a picture of a bear or a bear that's in person. What's that?
Pictures evoke emotion based on what the picture is. Like, it should still be lighting up the same parts of the brain. It's still like you're bringing that into your
Did they
mind.
do this with women and see if their brain lights up when they see a picture of a person? I don't know. Because
That was not part of the report, no.
Okay, so I think Vinny's point would be, though, that like if I see a picture of a bear, my brain's going to have a different reaction than if I see a bear.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Picture
if I
of
see
a bear?
naked woman in front of me,
Part of your brain would still register the same thing.
possibly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's
Well,
something. But
I mean, that's the argument they were making.
yeah,
and
so
they
we
were
can,
scientists.
but we can talk about
Yeah,
this.
but that sounds like a bias study. It really does.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't know.
But the fact that you're saying that.
Why should a girl have to change what she's doing?
All right,
to
that's what
help
I
a
wanna
boy
get to.
do better?
Because everyone's there just to learn. So if boys are coursing with testosterone and we know they're going to be
Believe me,
distracted-
the boys aren't
Look,
doing everything they want to do.
They also wouldn't have them bring slingshots in or fucking. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah,
Like they also don't give them.
Why can I not smoke in the bathroom?
iPhones to watch.
In classroom at all at that rate.
Yeah, that's why there is single gender schools. That's the whole reasoning behind that, because boys are far
you
less
agree with
distracted. Well, I mean, I agree with the data that says that they're less distracted if there's no girls around. Yes, I can't disagree with it
Yeah.
because
Plus,
it's just
men,
data.
I mean, it's not something that you can ever put on an equal playing field. They're
It's
different
hormones.
things.
It's
Men and
just-
women are different.
Yes.
I mean, that's just how it is. Like,
Yeah.
and
But why is that our problem? Isn't that your problem that you should deal with?
no, not historically and statistically. It's kind of your problem.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you can learn wearing a sweater. The kid next to you can't learn if you're wearing a bikini.
Yeah.
So that's a different thing.
You're wearing a bikini. Stop
That's what they just
exaggerating.
said.
Here's the thing. Do you think, how about we turn it around just a little bit? Do you think it would be reasonable to expect like a teenage boy to concentrate with tits all over the fucking place everywhere, ass cracks, all kinds of shit going on, girls? Let's say every girl's in a bikini, and why not that? Why not that? Do you think it's reasonable for him to get a fucking lick of work done ever?
Would be fine.
Huh?
What's that?
Yeah, you would get used to it, and you would realize how that you should be behaving.
There might be a point to that.
Maybe.
I went to Lakes of Fire.
And it wouldn't be this crazy big thing like, oh my God, I saw a bra strap. I
Okay,
can't
well, that's a
study
different
it.
argument
Okay,
if
that's
it were
yeah,
too puritanical in this country, because there's probably other countries that it's not the same effect, because we do sort of hide the body from kids and whatnot. And yeah, if it was a kid that was like raised in a nudist colony, he'd just be fucking straight up on a blackboard. He doesn't give a fuck. But so
then what
there's
would-
a point on that. But
what would
that's
ever-
not most kids. Most kids are like, they see a fucking underwear ad and they fucking cream themselves.
And
That's the
honestly,
fucking-
like-
I
just
don't think
the fact.
that's true anymore.
No, not
Well, yeah,
anymore.
probably
It was
not
true
that, but
30, 40 years ago, but
it is. But I'm
not
saying,
anymore.
but the
It's just they're
hormones are
watching
still
hardcore
there.
porn all day long.
Yes, but that's what they're doing because those
so
hormones are
girl
surging.
wearing a crop top is not that big of a fucking deal.
All right, maybe we got another
It's a big
caller.
deal for the grown men who don't watch hardcore porn all.
All right, sweetheart, go put something nice on. I'll be home soon. Who else is on here? Hello?
Hi, Doug.
Yo, it's Jordan Schultz.
All right.
What's up, Jordan?
All right, I want to make this really quick, and I'm gonna jump right off. But,
Okay.
All right, so on the females wearing whatever and being told what not to wear, there was a buddy that I had in high school. You remember the gray sweatpants
Of
everybody
course.
wore back in the day, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, my buddy, whatever, he was well endowed, let's call it. Right?
Sure,
He
had a
got
big hog.
told that he could no longer wear those sweatpants in high school. So it's not only to women.
Yes,
It
it's
does
just a
actually
distraction.
apply to
And here's the difference between
Yes.
men and women. Do you know what a fucking confidence boost and a
I was
compliment
gonna say,
that is?
yeah, nobody's
To a-
complaining
if
about that.
If a guy is told your
Right,
cock
no,
is
he was cool. He's like,
irresponsibly
all right,
large,
Yeah, they're gonna be like,
you're gonna-
"Oh shit!" Dude, they told me I can't wear those sweatpants because my cock's too big.
You're gonna tell
one of your friends.
You're gonna tell everyone, hey, do you know why I can't wear those pants anymore? It's fucking awesome.
Yes.
They won't let me get it because I'm making the girls feel sexual. Can you fucking? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So kudos to your friend.
That's the difference between men and women, right
there
there.
it is. I'm just saying it doesn't go one way.
Yeah, agreed. And also, fucking perfect call. Hey, everyone, take note. That was a perfectly done call. And he gave us the drag queen bingo today. So that's how you do it as a professional super spreader. All right, man. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
Cheers, folks. Later.
All right, later. That was just a well done. Oh, so yeah, that's. I thought it's very odd to just turn it around and be like, no, tell boys they should be ashamed of the hormones that their bodies are fucking. Like, dude, they're not saying that they should let the boys grope the girls. That's not the claim. It's that they're going to be distracted.
It's not reasonable to expect them to concentrate in that environment. Although what Darcy was saying before,
that does possibly have some merit as well.
there is. I think there's a gray area too because I was at a festival one time for like 3 days that was just like 1,000 naked
Those are
women
always exhausting.
the entire time. And dude, after like a day and a half, you don't care about seeing any naked women again. You're just like, whatever.
Maybe kids are like that.
I'm so used to it. At you've just been tripping and looking at boobs for fucking 36 hours.
Yeah, okay, so what Darcy was saying,
nothing.
maybe it's just the old dudes in charge that don't watch porn all day, and they're like fucking feeling some type of way about these girls, you know what I'm saying?
It could have
because
something...
maybe the kids don't give a fuck. They
I mean,
do watch porn from like an early age. They're probably pretty desensitized to it now. I don't know.
Well,
maybe.
it could also have something to do with like the
horrifying.
adult faculty feeling uncomfortable around like scantily clad 15 and 16-year-old girls, which honestly, could you blame them?
I thought this was
like,
junior high,
that
too.
Is
I thought
fucking
that's like
weird,
12,
right?
Yeah,
Like,
11 and 12 and shit.
If you had to hang out in a room full of teenagers all the time, would
Me?
you want them to be dressed
dressed
all like
all
skimpy
sexy?
and shit? Like,
Yeah,
no,
no.
dude. Like, dress normal. We'll
No.
get through the day. Just go home and do whatever you want.
How
You
old
know,
are these
like,
teenagers? I'm
that
just
doesn't matter. Not 19. But yeah.
All right. Well,
But
I
yeah, I
think
don't know.
that'll
It's
do it.
It's a complex issue.
It
for
is
sure.
a complex issue.
And
All
thank
right,
you for
folks,
everybody's
yeah.
participation
That
in
was
calls
great.
tonight.
That was a fun show.
Thank you, Darcy, Jordan, Brian, JT, Critchlow, of course, even though right on the verge.
Right on the verge.
But no, thank you to all you guys for always hanging out.
And thanks for Flamingo and Lightning for showing us how it's done.
Yeah, thank you, Flamingo and Lightning. We had a
Giving
lot
us
of fun.
something to aspire to.
And we'll be back next week. Do you want to do your send off or?
I don't remember how it goes.
Okay, never mind. We had a whole Sam Elliott send off thing.
Yeah, we can always do that.
Do you want to?
Sure, why not?
Why not stall for a second? Why not, do almost have like a good sign off, and we could have just been like, "All right, see you next week." But why not just needlessly extend this for a half-baked bit that Tom has to dig through his phone for?
Yeah, I don't even know where it is anymore. Oh,
really?
well, yeah. Oh well.
All right, well, we'll just do a quick little.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Sure. All right. Well, friends, it's that time once again. Time for me and my friend Vinny here to be moseying on our way. Can't never tell how far. I don't know. Can't never tell how far behind the lawman is. But don't you fret none. We'll be back in no time flat. Just about 2 shakes of a lamb's penis, in fact. Next Wednesday, to be specific, I must say, I sure did have a good time tonight.
So
we
did
had some
I.
laughs, shared a few touching moments, and maybe, just maybe, we all learned a few things. Well, folks, like I say every time, adios, amigos. Can't wait to see you again next time we meet somewhere along this long and dusty road. Goodbye.